So we're about looking around and we got ourselves a rattler.
Definitely. Welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Texas. Man, does that blend in with, you can't even see it, dude.
That's what the rattle's all about, is telling you that he's there. And you come and collect some firewood back here in this bramble. And that's how it happens.
Wild, man. Look at that thing. So what, are we gonna eat that?
Definitely.
Bob? That's on the menu?
One long backstrap. Yeah. Rattlesnakes, regular trail food, man. That kept me going for a long time. It's good. Good meat.
And we're all ready to go.
We've really pissed him off way too much if he comes after me. But
that's wild, man.
Beautiful, isn't he? That's what it's like to be a couple feet away from a hospital visit.
So what happens if you get bit?
There's very few things. You got anti-venom? Yeah, they'll pump you full of that. A polyvenom is what they use these days.
What does that feel like?
It feels expensive is what it is. They can do very little for you. The proteins start messing with your body. You feel sick. Your skin, your muscles start to deteriorate actively. It's not fun.
Dude, you know what? I don't like snakes.
Yeah, it's each to its own.
It's not like
right?
I don't like them. It's just I have no idea what to do with a snake.
Like, I don't like cows, but I'll eat them all day. You know.
The snakes I don't understand. I just don't.
The big thing with a snake is to give it a target. It's not you. Okay? Put any venom in there? So the deal is that we're not actually part of what they want to eat. We're human. We're bipeds. We don't smell like something they want to eat. And so a lot of times when these guys will bite, unless you're just messing with them like we're about to, it's going to be a dry bite. We're talking like 2 out of 10 times you'll actually get venom in you. If it was a dog, it'd be 9 out of 10 times that dog's probably going to die, or he's going to be really messed up. As long as you can remove that head, get the nasty, pokey, venomous parts away that are going to mess you up, free meal.
Is that the best way to just cut we just cut the head off now? That's
yeah,
it?
we just take the head off. We're safe. This is what you're going to watch out for. These things. See that? That's where the fun is. Hypodermic needles inject you full of nasty stuff.
It's going to put the snake out of its misery. Going to be not feeling anything, all right?
Still be moving though.
It'll still be moving.
Right there. Yep. Make sure you get the neck. The neck of the snake. All right, so this is the important part. That snake is still going to be able to function right there for an hour or so. And so I'm not going to throw that away. Per se, we want to dig a hole. A lot of times I throw it in the fire. Especially if you've got pets around or kids around, this snake can still bite you.
But yeah, so picking up where we left off is basically we killed the snake. It's dead now. Doesn't feel anything, but it should still be moving. Right?
It'll move. You can still feel some muscle. Yeah. Each snake is different, but yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it because it's all shadowy here, but all right, I'm gonna touch it. I gotta work up to it. It's a weird thing. Like, I don't mind touching man. Oh, there's a head moving down there. I can't remember. Forget about that. But yeah. All right. Here goes. It's a weird thing. I can't explain it, but there's something about snakes I don't like. All right.
Really, man?
I'm not joking.
Well, This is an easy one, man. Because some of the other ones,
All right. Oh.
yeah, and he's still moving. Some of the other ones,
No, it's
actually,
not moving. It's just the whole thing, man.
Well, it's instinct.
Yeah, it's.
You know, we don't want to touch these things. These things are dangerous. Yeah.
It doesn't have a head.
But this is good right here. Some of the ones get so riled up that even with the head off, they'll coil up, and they'll just be striking. And it's the weirdest thing to have a headless snake head strike you while you're trying to skin it, and that actually puts my hair up on end.
So yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm being straight out. I don't like this. Here. You guys can see.
It's a beautiful snake.
It's
rattles there too. It's what, 4 years old probably.
It feels like a leather shoe on the bottom here, and the top feels like.
I don't know.
The top feels like fish scales a little. That's all I can liken it to. It's a bit cross. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. You know. Snakes are my thing. I don't like them.
It's fine.
If I think, you know. Oh.
It's a good piece of backstrap.
No, I don't like it coming back on me. I don't like the head part.
And this one again,
still
every snake's
reacting to
different. Just some of them will fight you for an hour, and it's amazing just to see.
So is this gonna try to like lunge at me then?
No, it shouldn't. Well, again, this one's not really doing anything.
Oh, if it doesn't, I'm gonna drop it.
Each animal's a little bit different.
So for my son, who's probably watching this, I'm gonna show him. But you know, he was afraid of spiders for a long time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But he's not afraid of spiders anymore. I mean, I don't know if he would pick one up, but.
Depends on the spider, yeah.
Here, this is for you, Holden. I'm holding a snake, and I don't like it. I think if I hold it long enough, well, that doesn't bother me.
No.
No, for that just sounds like it's a cool rattle. It's the body, but I think if I hold it long enough, I think I'm gonna get like it. Okay, now it feels okay.
Oof. Yeah. Now the rattles, hearing that at nighttime or walking across the trail in the mountains, that would make me stop. And it just instinct makes you stop. Yeah. Something's wrong. Even with the puppy like Huck, he's back over here. He hears it. He knows what snakes are. Instinct kicks in. He leaves it alone.
Yeah, for me, it's just if I see one, I startle. I'll jump. I won't scream. I won't scream like a girl or anything. Not that that's wrong. You know, if you want to scream like a man, you can go ahead and do that too.
One thing to watch out for. We just got this guy. We're still looking around.
Oh, the head.
Yeah.
Jesus, I already forgot about the head.
Well, he's still moving, isn't he? Yeah. But these things come in pairs, depending on the time of year.
Yeah.
So when you jump back, a lot of times you're going to be jumping back into another snake.
Well, I don't know if I jump back, but I would definitely startle and I would stop and I'd, you know, a little bit.
So as we do this right now, back in this area, the rest of this bramble, we need to keep our eyes open for possibly a second one or even a den. So where there's one, there's more.
All right, I don't feel so bad now. It's getting over it. There you go. Thanks. Thanks for the experience.
Oh, we need something to eat, man.
Yeah, and, we do. We gotta cook this guy up now.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think he's looking at me now.
Fresh snake.
All right, man. Let's do this.
Let's go. Woodbeard. No. When in Texas. Learn by doing.
Oh, geez, it's moving. I didn't let go that time. It is moving though.
Making progress.
Making progress.
This is day one. There will be snakes.
Okay, so am I just gonna go straight up like I normally would?
Straight up the belly? Yeah. Sometimes, depending on.
Am I just opening the skin? Like there's not gonna be any muscle or anything.
No, it's open just like the rib cage. If you were gutting something, it's just gonna be a bit of skin and connective tissue. You're not gonna be going through any bones. The hardest part is getting that first bit of neck going, the first inch or two, because it's really tight onto the bone. After that,
do I got to worry about going into the guts? Like, will it spoil the meat at all?
It shouldn't, but we want to clean it up anyway. Just want to guide up and through. Sometimes people will just get it started and then invert the entire skin. Fire's getting hot.
It is going to get hot. Alright,
Nice.
So you get the idea. That's the basic idea. All we're doing is going straight up. I see how this works. All I'm doing is going through the rib cage, left and right. That makes sense.
Right in between. Go ahead and you're gonna go inside the rib cage.
Okay.
And this little strip, that is the organs, and they've just been extended out lengthwise. So get up through there, grab them all, and then they'll just pull out all in one big package.
Okay. I gotta say, this is not a big piece of meat.
No.
It's
all right.
like,
Do you want to slice that off?
sure. I'll pass you the knife because I'll hold it and I'll keep it out of the dirt here.
Good.
You got it?
Good.
Yeah, I got it. Now you can see this snake is still moving.
There you go.
There we go. It's white meat, eh? Like, look at that.
Real white. Yep.
So this doesn't bother me. This doesn't feel like a snake
And
anymore.
it's still just
But
moving.
it's still moving, man.
No guts.
No guts,
skin.
no head,
No head.
no way to feel pain, nothing.
And that's just minutes from being a meal.
All right, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Throw it on the grill.
Yep. Spit it up. Nice little snake kebab.
All right, I think that's good.
Check that out. That is awesome. Look there. Boom.
Sweet. First snake, man.
How you feeling about it?
I don't mind eating. I'll eat anything.
You can't really taste that reptile past the adobo sauce.
You don't know me.
So you're just gonna, there you go,
Yeah.
strip it down.
Well, with the adobo, or wood adobo, we got to be specific.
Here.
It's my own brand.
Is it?
It tastes like meat with adobo spice on it. Yeah, it's homemade spice. I mean, homemade spice mix. It's all good, man. I don't mind snake. I wish it was bigger though, to be honest.
First day. Day one.
Day one, got to get the systems up and rocking.
Oh, foul. We're good. So, finger food.
That's the finished snake. I'm just pulling pieces of the backbone off, but not a ton of meat on there. But it's better than nothing.
You're not gonna get fat off rattlesnake.
No, we're not going to make our calories back off rattlesnake. We're starting off on a deficit. Got to drive around and find a roadkill hog.
Roadkill hog?
What do you change that?
Oh, I'm gonna ask you out there, call around. But here in Texas, I think we've already been messing with bait. You see the flies come in almost immediately to your hands whenever you get blood on them.
Yeah.
So with the heat, it's like a real issue. Meat will spoil so quickly. So
That's pretty wild. It's a little, you call it ribbon snake?
Uh-huh.
Ribbon snake with a frog in its mouth. Yeah, that's nice. Look at that. He's not going to give up on it, is he?
No.
Small. Small snake with a small frog. Pretty cool. Good find. We're not going to eat any of those, are we? Too small. Nice. So what are you going to do? Keep it? You're going to roll it up? That's awesome.
I'm gonna roll it up and preserve it.
Yeah?
Send it back to Canada, man.
I don't know if I can take it like that. I'd have to dry it out, I think.
Yeah, we'll preserve it for you.
Alright, awesome.
So if y'all aren't sure, check out the channel. I'll show you exactly what chemicals you need.
Have you got it on your channel? Have you got it on your channel?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, tanning rattlesnake skin.
Alright,
If you're
we're
gonna
gonna
eat it, might as well make the best out of the skin.
I'm going to link that up then.
Hoorah.
We don't have time enough to show how to preserve it, but
None is wasted.
it's worth knowing. Awesome.
Cool, cool. I would prefer that cooked a little more. You?
On there?
What about you?
Yeah, probably a little more.
Yeah. Like a part of my senses goes rawness in the bottom.
Pretty wild out here. Pretty wild. So what do you think the chances are that we get something out of these three? What do we got, 3 traps?
1 in 3.
1 in 3?
30%, yep. All right, so I try and put these things up underneath trees, up under limbs. It makes it less likely for creatures to come mess with them. Because in years past, the pigs would come through, they smash it, they knock it sideways, they crush the traps up as much as possible. Even if you put chains on them, they're gonna drag them out of the ground, throw them around. So trap location is important. Up against logs, a lot of times, it's gonna actually lead them in there. It's gonna make it where they're less likely to knock the trap and set it off before they get inside. So this is pretty simple. We've had several hog traps over the years. Different trigger systems work pretty well. But this is a bump gate. And the idea is that we put the corn back here in the back, the hogs find their way in, and they'll move around things. They're not bumping into trees all the time. All right, so they come in, you get 4 or 5 of them in here, and they get so excited that at some point one of them bumps this gate, and that releases a bar, and it shuts down. And so there's nothing that actually keeps it locked. It's got a spring on here, and there they stay.
So that's just the bungee cord.
That's just a bungee cord. It used to have a stainless steel, nice spring on it, but we're in South Texas, and nothing lasts in South Texas humidity. Depending on what we're going after, sometimes we'll get like the 5 and 8X. Some super strength stuff that you'd have to have bolt cutters to actually break the hook, because I've had hooks that you can put in a vise and hit with a hammer.
Is that the weight?
Yeah, we're gonna put 3 weights in each one. We're reusing these off of old seines. People take cast nets and they chunk them out in the rivers and stuff, and they get caught on trees. See where the turtle came in?
I just heard it and the camera missed it. I can see the bubbles.
We'll throw some hooks out.
So that's dinner?
We'll get them later, yeah.
What kind of turtle would that be?
That's gonna be a red-eared slider.
So we're a little short on light here. We're almost at last little bit of light here. And what we're gonna do is set some lines for our backup plan for tomorrow morning. So Bob's got these giant weights rigged up, and he's got giant hooks rigged up to a swivel and another giant hook. You see these, they're meant for shark. We're hopefully gonna catch a shark, something like 7-foot long shark. But actually when we came down here, there were 2 turtle in the water. So there's a pretty good chance we could catch one of those 2 turtles, if not catfish. So these PVC pipes here, and there's just a hole drilled in the top. If we sink these down till there's what, a foot left?
Yeah, they can sink down just with the weight of us. We can probably push them 4 foot into the ground. Sand.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, 4 or 5 footer.
I don't know.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Just wait. Quality bait.
Quality food item.
Yeah, it's some meat in there.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, trade-offs is what it is. So a lot of times when you're baiting out crawdads, you'll see people put it in through the tail, but that's if they're baiting up for like getting bass and wanting to throw out and rod back in. Look at this. Sit there, try and go through this. You want to go through both sides of the shell and hook them up, and there you go. That is a big crawdad.
Yeah,
so, yep, yeah. Second one, go ahead and hook it in through the bottom. And so it might seem like that's just a huge piece of bait, but I guarantee you there is a fish out there that will take him.
Or a turtle, yeah?
Or a turtle, yeah. The turtle will take them apart piece by piece, but we'll still catch him. But ideally, bluegill, crawdads work too.
Oh, got some on the line.
On the line already?
Yep, man.
Ready?
Yeah.
Catfish?
Yeah, catfish. Good job.
Couple pounder. There we go, and that was on catfish bait.
We're gonna have to sit out here now.
This is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
We say this, and then for the next 5 days we don't catch a single thing. Jinx it real bad. But heck yeah, guys.
We gotta throw that in the fridge for tomorrow morning. I guess we could leave it on the line too, eh? Nice cat. What's that, about a pound?
That's a pound and a half.
Yeah.
No, you can't put it on the line here. This is just bait for something else. So if I put that on a stringer, within an hour. He might take them whole, or you'll come back and he'll thrash for 5-10 seconds. That's it. You'll bring it back in and half a fish will be gone. So in this river, this is still bait size. So we take him back, we eat him, or we throw him back.
So what's the call? What's the call?
Dude, we're gonna eat this tomorrow.
All right.
This is breakfast.
All right, man. That counts, man.
A fish in the hand is better than a river full of fish. And
awesome.
He's ours.
Wicked.
Hurrah. Dude. He's not on the line or anything. He gone?
Yeah. All right, man. Line set. We're all ready for tomorrow. We got to set a couple more live traps around the property, and then we're hopefully going to be dining tomorrow.
Once it warms up, 2 hours is all it takes to fill this thing full of fish and crawdads. Oh, and this year, snakes.
Yeah.
So get ready to catch some snakes, man.
Yeah,
the
snakes is going to be a weird one for me because we have snakes, but not snakes.
we have snakes, man.
You guys got real snakes.
So if we don't trap something, we'll eat a lot of snakes out here. So
I don't know if I'm looking forward to that or not. It's on my list of things to do, so I guess I am excited.
It's top 10 meats, but it's not top 5. Yeah.
There you go.
So
that one was set a couple days ago. Bob had them set and got just a little minnow in there, that's it. So we got to rebait this. There we go, rebait. Retry. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Empty. No bait. Is that unusual?
They were actually cleared out last night. Fishing.
Oh right, we used this is what you used for fishing yesterday.
So we grabbed the crawdads, we threw them back in because you don't want to leave these traps out of the water.
Right.
Because a raccoon can really try to mess them up.
Did you have bait in these last night?
Not at all.
No bait, eh?
Every once in a while they'll catch something on their own though. So
yeah. Bob's got all these basically set out here, and we're just gonna rebait them now, and that's gonna be our backup plan because I don't think we're gonna get enough calories in just crayfish, crawfish. Yeah, this one's good. A couple in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
little minnows.
One little guy. And a couple in here.
You look?
Yeah, got a pile in there. You got about a dozen there. So another trap, empty. You hear a turkey gobbling over there, but not again, man.
Not yet.
We got 2 traps left.
The corn's still there too.
The corn's still there.
It's not that they came in and the trap set off. I
see something in the trap.
Yep.
Yeah? We got skunked.
All right. Well, you said you were hungry.
What a the luck.
Welcome to season 3.
Welcome to season 3. We're cursed now. We got a skunk in the trap. So the question is, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna eat it? Are we gonna try to let it go? 0 for 10? Something like that with traps and lines.
We got 1 for 10, man. There's a striped creature back there.
I don't know if we're counting that skunk yet. We're still on the fence as to what we're gonna do with that skunk.
Yeah.
It is what it is. When you want the food, it doesn't always be there. Always there. One more line. It was tangled up in the trees, actually. I don't feel anything on there. And for the record, last night we actually lost the catfish.
I lost the catfish.
Yeah, it got back in the water.
It wasn't a monster though, so
it would have been good to eat this morning though.
Absolutely. Yeah, that would have been a good nugget. It's a land of plenty. You either have the food or you don't. There's a lot of big creatures out here.
You're still positive.
I'm positive. I feel good right now. We had that sausage and brisket last night.
Hit the spot.
I still have that going through me. So.
For now, it's limited.
For now, yeah, we'll see in 2 or 3 hours. But we're about to go do some berry picking, and that'll be a good sugar high. We're pretty close to these lines, so if we hear something breaking and snapping and everything going wrong, run over here and pull up, hopefully lunch.
Yeah, for sure. So we got the mulberry trees back here. We got a plan to knock a bunch out and make a side dish to our main skunk dish.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
The skunk's still there. We're trying to decide what we want to do with it. It might be a little bit of a chore to clean it up.
I think at this point, with calories still in our system, we can afford to go ahead and probably release that. You know, later on, if you were starving to death, absolutely, meat is meat. But
alright,
striped creature might have another life on this one and just be lucky.
So day one's not desperation. In other words, the skunk is going to get a free ride,
which could be a mistake, but
it's true.
But,
yeah, we're gonna try to go up the river a little bit, maybe just exclusively fish for catfish, because hunting is out of the question now. But midday, so I'm not gonna really see too much. So I think we're gonna go maybe set 10 lines up the river after we get a bunch of mulberries, and so it's gonna be a berry breakfast. We're back to vegetarians again, not by choice, by necessity. So I'm not gonna go over there right now. I'm gonna zoom in for you, so we have a backup plan on everything. Zooming in here, you can see there's actually a hive of bees, and we know for a fact that there's honey in there. So keep watching. We're gonna go exploit that resource later on if we need to.
Oh yeah. So the idea here is that the green ones, still coming ripe, they're going to be really hard on the tree. They'll stay there. The ones that are really ripe, ready to fall, full of sugar, they'll knock off easily. So we're getting the best berries, guaranteed.
Not a bad little haul for a couple minutes of work.
Food attracts food.
That's the idea. That's why we're here. We got to do that again. You can see why modern man domesticated everything and built collection machines.
Oh yeah, tree shakers.
Otherwise you'd be doing this all day. The stand is the game changer.
Oh yeah.
It's loaded in here.
That's a beautiful sound.
That's a better pile.
It is. Besides some of those berries is making it worth it.
I don't know if we're gonna get fat eating these, but beats eating nothing. Or skunk.
Even the catfish that we hopefully be catching, these bullberries, they roll down into the river. Catfish will be full of bullberries.
Post-notes version on this prickly plant.
Yeah, pretty hateful looking, huh? That's yucca. It's all over the southwest. That leaves right there. It's called Spanish dagger. Put some holes in you. You can make rope out of those. Roots make soap. Blossoms are edible, but we're about a month late for the blossoms. Make the pods. Here in about 2 weeks, those pods are going to be full of sugar. So it's just wrong time, right place kind of thing.
So inside the pod?
Yeah, you can bake it. It kind of tastes like okra after a few hours.
But it's no good now.
Right now, it tastes like chemicals. You really got to cook it down.
Yeah, it smells like unripe green plant.
It starts tasting real good, and then the aftertaste just floors you.
So is it the seed in the flesh on the inside that you can eat?
The seed dries out, and that becomes a grindable flour, kind of like a barley. So that's preservable all through the year. And then the inside becomes kind of like a mushy, like overripe banana. It smells like maple syrup, real strong.
Yeah.
They used to ferment it.
And so this isn't the same as a, which I'm not gonna say it right.
Yucca cassava. Yeah, yucca
Cassava. Yeah, that's the root. You can eat the root.
Oh yeah.
But you can't eat the root on this one.
No.
This is soap, you said.
This would be soap. This would be horrible. Yeah, you're making a mistake.
You can see there's, that'd be a nice meal if you could eat it. We're too soon. Come back in a couple weeks. But that would be in abundance because there's a huge, huge, huge plant back there. So you can see all the seeds in there, and the flesh would be edible, but not today. Onto the cactus.
Now these things are amazing. So most people know these tunas down here, these fruits, because you can get them at the grocery store. They're bright red, real pretty, very, very sweet. But right before they turn red,
You can get these at the grocery store?
yeah, here in
eat?
Texas, yeah, all over.
That's
Like,
neat.
I mean, people actually have these things for sale, the whole cactus. You go to the grocery store, produce aisle, right next to potatoes.
To eat?
Right next to potatoes,
So
you'll find this.
This is grocery food.
This is grocery food.
All right, man.
So
We're gonna collect a whole pile of it?
people pay for this stuff. But this stuff, mostly people don't understand the fruits right here before they become real red and what people would say is ripe. They're like the mashed potato of Texas.
Okay.
So we're gonna spit a bunch of them.
Well, we can't pick these up by hand.
No, you'll hate
What about with
yourself.
gloves?
No, it'll destroy your gloves. So the Glockhead's tiny little microscopic, just about thorns, all through your hands. You put your gloves on there, you touch the gloves, it goes through the gloves. This is some mean stuff.
So we got sticks
So,
then.
We have sticks. I'm gonna put them on spits. Then we're gonna burn the hate off these things.
That sounds
So
good, man.
a little bit of flame takes the thorns off.
I don't know about you, but I'm hungry, so yeah, we're gonna collect a whole pile and we think 100. We're gonna skewer them all on. It's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And if you're worried about plants, man, this is one of hundreds of stands that we have here. Like, we're not taking down the population at all.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This sounds good, actually. Bumped my hand back in there. Gotta learn by trial and error, so just pull out. Oh, it broke off. Oh, it broke off again.
You gotta get them way down here. Like, way down. And they don't feel good. And you gotta pull quickly, because if you go slowly, they break off faster.
Did that one stay in there? Or did they come out?
It came out.
The short one.
You've got one little bitty one that you had broken off that's down in there.
Can you do that with your nails?
Maybe. Got it.
Texas style, yeah, man. So what are you doing? Putting the flame on,
Burning off.
what do you call it,
This-
purple or
the hard way.
red or what?
This is the tuna. We're burning off the Glockhead, the nasty stuff, off of the fruit. Just look. Any more? Yeah, and this is the hard way. You take off both ends. Right? Just a little bit. Sometimes people like to leave just a little bit on there so you can peel it back. Probably took off a lot more than I needed to. Just peel back that fruit and all that good stuff, all that pink, purple. That's all sugar.
So you don't eat the seed part. Do you don't eat the rind part?
Not the skin on the outside, but you can take all the flesh up against that skin and just scrape it off. The seeds, a lot of folks say they eat the seeds, but if you just eat a handful of these, yeah, you can eat the seeds. But after a while, you're gonna back yourself up because you're not designed to digest them. So don't swallow too many of the seeds. Don't crack your teeth on them.
Or just suck on the seeds, I guess, and spit whatever's left out. As Bob's saying, he's not supposed to eat the seeds. It's pretty good. Not super sweet, but so the green ones that we collected, do we have to spit the seeds out, or it's all ready to go?
Seeds are like an okra seed. You just eat straight through them. They're nice, soft, taste amazing. It's all good.
All right, let's go do that.
Very simple.
Hey.
What you thinking?
Oh, So Shauna's got dessert, which is basically, what's it, like purple reddish, say?
Yeah,
Is that from
they're
last?
like a deep purple. This one
last year?
actually is a new one. It's just ripened up a little bit early. If you look closely, you can see some of the small ones are starting to get a little bit pink on top.
Yeah.
And some of them, the little teeny tiny ones, are already slightly red. But
So that's like sugary sugar.
yeah, kind of tastes like raspberry. It's got a ton of little tiny seeds all through it, so you'll want to spit those out because they'll upset your stomach. But if you cut into it, we can go ahead and just kind of cut down it. It still does have the glockids, like the green ones.
Yeah.
So you want to be really careful because otherwise it's going to hurt.
So you still got to cook it,
yeah,
all that stuff, right?
Yeah, well, you can eat it raw.
Really?
Yeah, and they'll make jelly, and so this one is not fully turned because you can still see a lot of the white in there.
Yep.
So it could have used a little longer on the vine, but it's still going to have more sugar content than the green ones. So you get kind of a little bit extra calorie boost there and a little more flavor. So,
I'll take it.
yeah, so kind of neat.
All right, man. So that took us about half an hour. That's a pretty good return on your investment, man. That's substantial. It's probably a lot of water weight, but carbs too, sugar. I'd say that probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds. And if they taste as good as they say they do, it'll be pretty full, man. That's a lot of food. That was a pretty tough day, man. We started off with the rattlesnake. That was pretty good. A little bit of meat.
Yeah,
the line's dead. We can't land a fish if we had to save our lives with it.
Not yet. The day's not through.
The day, it's gonna pick up.
Yeah.
Right? You were saying that the crawdads, they basically fed them to prisoners?
Back in the day, you're talking decades ago in last century, it was seen as cruel and unusual to feed crawdads because they were feeding them out to the prisoners in the jailhouses up and around Louisiana.
What's like a bug, right?
It's a mud bug, is what they call it. freshwater lobster, yabbies. There's a ton of words for them, but
Crayfish.
crawdad, crayfish.
Crayfish is Canadian.
But perception these days, people drive hundreds of miles for a good crawdad boil.
Well, they're good.
It's nuts.
If you put some butter on them.
We don't do butter.
You don't do butter?
No, maybe throw a half a stick in there. No, you put all your seasonings in there, potatoes, all your good sausage.
You flavor
corn.
them. So you don't. Yeah.
No, you flavor them like crazy, but no butter, no.
So what'd you throw in there?
Throw a little bit of Tony Chachere's. Give it a little bit of spice. Might not be enough.
Yeah.
But
we can always add some more.
Yeah. I don't want to offend your Canadian taste, man.
You know what?
My hot is not everybody else's hot.
Any flavor now is good flavor.
That'll be good. It'll be enjoyed.
I don't mind the cactus, but there's a limit on the cactus.
Yeah. I think with most food, there's a limit.
Well, there's a limit on most food, but you can eat a couple bags of potato chips. You know, they never find the bottom.
And hate yourself. But
and hate yourself after.
Yeah.
But while you're eating them, you're like, there's no limit.
Yeah.
There's a limit to cactus. I would compare it to milk.
You put enough salt on a cactus, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. If you deep fried that cactus like a potato chip.
For deep frying though, we got to get ourselves a hog.
Yeah, we got to find one. There's Prince down there.
We got to start looking around a little bit in a wider radius. Like we're confined to one space here. We're gonna have to start moving around a bit more. So that'll be tomorrow, I think. All right. So after much delay, as always, nothing comes ready-made. Certainly not anything worth eating. So I was told these were gonna taste like mashed potatoes. Let's try this cooked one. It's got some mucilaginous stuff on the outside. So it's still some spikes in it, which is always fun. What do you call the spikes? Glockids. We're just gonna cut this open. It's the first time I'm trying this. There's a big turkey vulture right there in the tree. See it? Right there? Turkey vulture, looks like. Glockids are spikes, and they hurt. So you don't want to eat those, obviously, and then leaving it on the fire bakes it a little bit. I promise these taste like mashed potatoes, so let's give it a go. You don't eat it whole. What you do is break it open. Got one of those spikes in my finger. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we break it open like so, and the inside's like, I don't know, man. What do you think? Kind of mucilaginous. It's alright, it's like slimy. Slimy green bean mashed potato. That's what I taste. Slimy green bean mashed potato.
Like Mama made it.
It's good. I'm having a hard time dealing with the outside and inside.
Scrape it.
Well, I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna get all those spikes in my.
Oh, you will.
They're all in my finger already.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's probably somebody who's better at teaching this than I am, but hey, you get a first-hand impression of it. Well, there you go. I gotta fix my technique, obviously. Alright, I'm gonna eat a few hundred of those. Alright guys, if you want to eat a skunk, you gotta follow some rules. The first rule about your skunk, you gotta wash your skunk. The reason is it's gonna spray all at the bottom part here. You don't want that on your meat. Let's go give him a drink. Now that you got your skunk washed and cleaned, you gotta ring him up in a tree. I've got a whole video on this on my channel already, so I'm not gonna do this again. At least not for your benefit. You want to go back and see how we process the skunk in great detail on the channel, man. I would not advise you eat skunk at all. They're not good to eat. But this is survival, and I don't want to lose the challenge, so I'm going to eat what I got. This is what I got right now. So I will say that in order to do it properly, make sure you get a pair of gloves. Long history on these gloves, Courtney only. Just gotta follow channel to know the inside jokes on here. Okay, the biggest trick, I'll tell you right now, the biggest trick with a skunk, do not hit the glands. Do not puncture the glands, do not cut the glands, keep the entire thing intact. That's all you're gonna get on this video. I'm gonna skip forward, and we're gonna put this animal in the pot. It's gonna be our meal.
Naked, or is that just it airing out?
I think I just moved it. Yeah, I'm out. We're out. We're out. That's not happening. Not on day one, man. It reeks. It reeks. I might have.
Eyes are watering.
It smells like burnt tires so bad here. There's parasites all over this thing, man. There's like worms all coiled up, and there's no way we're eating this today. I'm not hungry enough to eat it. I did it before. I'm good.
It's not enough adobo sauce in the world.
It smells bad, eh?
That's rank.
It's not good.
No amount of crock pot is gonna make that taste all right.
I don't know if I don't know if I could show you the worms on it, but there's, I mean, it's, you know, it's not super graphic, but there's like worms balled up like we had in our bear. They're like they're moving still too, right? You get a whiff every once in a while, eh? Oh, all right. So that's not happening. We're gonna go get some cactus, something or other, right? So that right there, that's a worm right there. A big long tapeworm like thing hanging out in the muscle tissue. There you go, man. You want to dig in, you can dig in. Have a big long worm. Look at that. Have a big long worm with your meal. Smells rank, man. Terrible. There's no value in a skunk. They're more than plentiful. We're not eating it. We're just not going to eat it.
That skunk didn't want to be eaten, and it was already being eaten. Something got there first.
You don't get to join the club.
No.
We're back at the crawdad, crawfish, crayfish, all that junk. It was supposed to be our backup famine food, and we're in it right now. So to go along with our cactus, we're gonna grab the crayfish, crawfish, crawdads, whatever you want to call them. That's all we got, man. No,
Got a few bait fish.
you're kidding me.
Yeah, that'll go on the hooks.
Bait.
Bait.
We got bait. I don't think crawfish would go too far anyway, as far as calories.
Do what?
They don't go too far as far as calories for crawfish.
No.
Not unless you got some butter.
Butter.
Got some butter to go with that?
Sausage.
There's one here.
Corn on the cob.
So we've been running around. You need calories, man. 2 guys in there. So our lines, every time we come, they're stripped. And we haven't been sitting at the lines because we're trying to scramble to get something else going. But those crawfish aren't going to go too far. So it'll be nice to get a catfish.
Anything with fish out.
It's crazy. We come here yesterday, we set one line and we got a fish in 5 minutes. But it was dark. It was almost dark, right? Or it was
twilight. It still had an hour.
Yeah, but that's when they're most active, right?
Fish hour, yeah.
Fish hour.
You catch everything all at once.
Whereas now, but then we came and checked the lines this morning and there's nothing. So, but we had no bait. So they're not hooking themselves, that's for sure. Feeling the low sugar though. Man, we can't buy a meal out here. We used more bait than we have in anything in return, by far.
Crawdads and cast iron.
Ooh, hot. That fire is insanely hot, man. That wood is dry, bone dry. Like I can feel the heat out 4 feet, and we've only just started it. It's insane. Put these guys in alive, but they're not gonna live for very long once they hit that hot water. So
less than a second, man.
Instant death, man.
That's how all your seafood's done.
Yeah. They actually usually throw them on, like up north, they throw them on ice directly. They don't kill them individually. They throw them all on ice, I think.
All of our
up north
crawdads do this.
Right.
Crabs, lobsters, all go in the pot fresh. Same thing with oysters, clams. Those are all living whenever you throw them in.
You want some spice in there?
I threw a little bit of Tony Satcheries in there.
Oh, I was wondering, they had a little bit of tinge. I always rust.
Yeah, it's a little bit of iron in your diet. Cast iron.
It doesn't hurt you though. We got to start looking around a little bit in a wider radius. Like we're confined to one space here. We're gonna have to start moving around a bit more. So that'll be tomorrow, I think. All right, man. So that's it. So our skunk didn't work out. Bailed on the skunk.
No, did not work.
And the cactus ain't too bad. And we got our famine food here. So.
Got a snake.
Got a snake, that's right. All right, man, so what's the plan?
We're gonna have to eat possum after a while. We got some other stuff to eat, but Magabelly Humane Live Trap, he's already had a meal. It's a nice cool day. He can stay in here for a little bit longer. And then fresh meat.
Yeah, man, how big is he, you figure? How many pounds? 3? 4? 3?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3 and 4, yeah. Right there in between. But that's a good meal. Possum makes a good meal.
Might be wondering why we use the live traps. There's a good reason for it. It's hot here. It's like, you know, hot. Texas hot. So we've got the live traps. The animals will stay fine in the traps. We don't have to worry about them. Obviously, we're going to take care of them and make sure they have, you know, the things that they need to live. And most of these animals are nocturnal anyway, so they're not busy during the day. So they're not eating during the day, so it's all good. And they got a meal in there if they really want it. But thing is just to keep them in the shade. You know, it's the best thing we can do right now while we get ready for everything else. So it's all good. All right, guys. Whenever you cook an animal, you always got options. You know, lots of people make fun of other guys who eat possum, but there's nothing wrong with eating possum. It's just like eating any other animal. Meat's meat. So thing is, I want to try to preserve as much fat as possible, and then most of the fat's contained in the skin. You have an easy job plucking a bird, but plucking a mammal is a little bit different. And hopefully that the combination of the heat from the fire and the water is going to heat it enough that I can pluck it and just pull the hair out. If it doesn't work, we're going to suffer through it, or we're going to skin it. There's always a backup plan. A couple hair here and there, that'll singe off in the fire when we cook it. Thorns on everything. Oh, geez. So we got ourselves a spit, ready-made spit, 2 forks, and branch in between. Yeah.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do.
Just a tad bit more on the right?
Yeah.
Good enough?
A little bit more on the right.
Okay, you shovel it out or clip it? Probably shovel it. Just enough roughness to be able to spin that and it'll catch all the way. That's awesome.
Every once in a while we spin it. So we got to take this right down. Probably should have got a smaller stick.
No doubt.
Small animal. No hog. Alright guys, we got our pig on the roast. This will be a good experiment for everybody who likes to see us spit roast things. It's probably the wrong time to be spit roasting something. It's going to take at least 3 or 4 hours. The safest way to do it is just put it in the pot. We have the cast iron, throw it in the pot, bunch of water in there, spices, and everything is going to collect inside the pot, and we're going to be able to drink everything. Make it all liquidy like we've done with our emu. Same kind of idea. So I hope I can sell you guys on that idea, but I do want to try it. We have the opportunity here. I wanted to try doing the different skinning method with plucking a mammal, see if it was possible, and it totally is possible. It's totally a viable solution. If you didn't have any pots and pans, this is your solution. This is how you cook. So, but it's cast iron was invented for a good reason, and this is it. Put that on the possum. It's possum awesome.
You can get a turkey angry at us.
Yeah, I got a gobble.
They'll come at us.
Here it is, man.
What do you think about that?
It's done.
Too big your knife?
Yeah. Oh, that meat smells good though. You smell that meat?
A little bit.
We worried about parasites in this meat?
Shouldn't be. Marsupials is the only one in North America. Not many parasites can take on a possum's, not internally.
Here you go. I'll let you go first.
You'll let me go first?
Alright, we gotta cheers it?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep, get you a piece.
Let me a second.
There's some fat in here. You can feel it.
Could be fat, could be a scent gland.
Not really selling this possum right now.
I'm a stew guy. You guys wanted us to do it this way. Why don't you ever put something on a spit? Well, this is part of the reason why. It's dry and tough. It's like a leather shoe. I mean, maybe we overdid it a little, but not really. I mean,
just right.
That's kind of just right and half pink.
Yep.
So
Well,
if I got a parasite, it's your fault.
You took the hair off, left the skin on. That was a pretty cool technique.
It's a cool technique, and it's if you don't have a pot, right? I gotta
Yeah.
get under the shoulder blade here. I mean, it smells like good roast beef,
Yeah,
right?
it smells just a little off. But
Wild meat always smells a little bit
meat
off.
is still meat, yeah.
Cheers.
You ready?
That's good meat.
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope. Haven't had the skin yet.
The skin is gonna be just like hard to eat.
You can smell that adobo sauce, but see what it tastes like.
Chunk of meat, or chunk of skin.
Oh man, can you even chew that?
Just throw it in your mouth. Fatty.
I'm chewing on it like calamari, man.
Just like calamari. It's
Yeah.
chewy. You can see there's actually a yellow layer of skin. It's all just really fatty.
Still tastes good though. It's good fat. It's not bad.
The moisture in the meat's still there, so as far as an experiment goes, it was successful. It did what it was supposed to
It
do.
looks horrible, but it's working.
You know,
Yeah,
one
it's
side,
nice.
the other side, one side's pink, the other side's brown. You never know when it's done, but if you put it in a pot, you can't ever burn it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your biggest risk is running out of water. But as long as you keep on top of that, you're all good. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to quarter it up, put it in the pot,
Stew.
stew them up, revisit this guy later.
Keep talking about brain. You gonna try and find one in there?
Suck the brain out of that thing.
Yeah. It's gonna be the size of a marble. Possums are weird.
No.
No?
I got to preface this. This isn't a joke. We're not fooling around and killing animals for fun.
No.
So if you're going to complain about that, think about this. Okay? We are actually subsisting off of wild foods. And if we don't eat this possum, you know, we got to go to a grocery store. And the plan is not to go to a grocery store. So, yeah, man, we're in day 3 now. Trying something new. Trying to add something different to the challenge. And clearly it's not the way to go. Cast irons, pots are the way to go, right?
Way easier.
But it's a fun experiment. It's doable. You can do it when you want to tend to it and you're good at your craft. I would recommend like getting some butter and injecting it inside and all that good stuff. Keep it nice and moist. But
How to cook your possum.
how do you cook your
Yeah.
possum? It's good. The flavor's good. I like it. It's just chewy. It's Bob Hansler. He's got his own YouTube channel. Come check him out. And guys, there's a lot more to come. If you're just tuning in, there's way more ahead of this too.
We're just starting.
And we're just started. We're just getting going. So go check out the other videos and follow us along, man. Much more to come.
Hoorah.
All right, let's put this guy in a pot.
Yep. Pot possum. So in Texas, it happens quite a bit. You see a lot of guys out with their big lights in their trucks because we have to take care of the hogs, and most of the hogs have gone nocturnal. So you go out when the hogs are out. Same thing with raccoons, everything else. It's pretty common out here.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Best way.
Sometimes it's the only way, yeah. So you look up green lights, they actually, on all the feeders, they'll actually put a green light, comes out at nighttime so that they can shoot and kill the pigs at nighttime.
Because you got to get rid of them.
Have to.
And they're nocturnal. They don't move during the day, so you'll never see them.
No, they've gotten smart. Yeah, once the population gets just absolutely critical, you'll see them all over the place during the day. But all the smart ones are going to be at nighttime, moving around. And so you want to manage them before the population explodes, and you have an even larger problem.
Raccoons is just something that has to be managed, and if you're going to give people an extra opportunity to take a couple out by doing it at night, you know, why not? Because no, there's no other way to do it, and there's going to just get overrun population real quick and cause all sorts of problems. So there we go, our skinned out cat. It's going to be a nice wall hanger for Bob. I'll get to come visit next time I come up. See him on the wall. Pretty cool looking tail. I say that much, man. All meat's meat, guys. Same deal. So you're gonna get upset about this, don't get upset, because we're hungry. We are not eating grocery food. If you're just joining me, this is day number 2, and we're eating cat. It's not an actual cat, that's a possum, or a raccoon. Gotta get right. But it's in the same family as possum, right? It's not a controlled animal. What did I say that time?
A possum.
Dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
I need calories fast. All right, man, what do we got in here? We got a plate because there's flies everywhere. So we managed to keep liver. That looks like the heart. That looks like kidney. And the other kidney is right here. So that's going in the pot like so. And the whole animal is gonna go in the pot like so. We're gonna add a little bit of water. And then we gotta add the rest of our ingredients. Add a little bit of bulk to our stew, yeah? So we're gonna grab a little, what do you call this? You call it Nepal?
Nopal cactus
Nepal.
pads.
So the cactus pad is a very, very tiny, basically new start, right?
Yeah, anything that's green, new growth is good. Older pads have a lot of fiber in them. I mean, you could eat it, but you're gonna be chewing on it.
A little bit of bulk will fill up our stomachs, gets our vitamins and minerals and maybe some calories out of there, I don't know.
There are calories, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll fill up on that.
That's enough.
That's enough.
I don't want to overtake the
Flavors of the cat.
the meat. Yeah.
We got to run around though and get some more.
Yeah, you get tired of cactus real quick.
You get tired of eating vegetables real fast.
That fire's hot.
I
We're
don't
coming into summer, so
I don't want to sit in front of the fire.
I'll
man.
go through this right now.
It's one of the things that Bob warned me about. He's like, everything's got thorns. Look at these things. You can eat them, but they're full of thorns. So obviously the plant knows you can eat them and doesn't want you to. Yeah, it works a little better, right?
Yeah.
We should burn the hate off of these things.
That's what we do.
They don't like you.
That's fine. That'll eat.
It's gonna be real thick. Do you think, are you worried about some of the spikes being on there still?
It should boil down, soften up. They're
Yeah.
just modified leaves.
Alright dude, man, we almost forgot the spices. We got garlic salt. We'll pile that.
Oh yeah, salt's good.
Garlic salt, coarse ground. Alright man, what we got here?
Wild onion. And seeds.
The seeds edible?
No, I wouldn't eat them. We spread them out here so we have more onion next year. But everything else is. The bulb, the stem, the leaves. Probably just chives.
Yeah, it smells like chive. I don't know if we're gonna get the bulb out of this guy.
I believe in you.
You believe in me? Is that the bulb there?
It's good.
Some flavor.
Yeah.
After one day of not chewed it, one day.
Hey, you miss spices
Yeah,
and salt.
now I can smell it. Oh yeah,
Makes your mouth water, doesn't it?
that's onion. That's good though.
Some are sweeter than others. Just depends on the plant you pull up.
Yeah, so we add that to a stew. So we got about a half hour work in there. It's pretty humid here too. Pretty hot, pretty humid. Sweating all the time, drinking all the time. Sweat and drink. So we got a tree in the way here. I want to collect more mulberries. This tree's loaded with them. The problem is, this tree is totally in the way of my next patch, so I gotta knock it down. A little bit of technology. We got our PVC pipe with a piece of wood, and just jammed an extra piece of wood in there just to hold it secure. We can get up, what do you say, 25, 30 feet? Pretty sweet.
Thereabouts.
Well, that right there is probably about, that's at least a pound and a half. You want in on this, Bob?
It's hard to tell, you know.
Best load yet, man.
Those higher branches. You're
Dude,
really getting some stuff.
This is like, this is the mother load, man.
There's fewer sticks too.
Yeah, I got the technique down. Easily a pound a piece. You say easily?
I feel good.
Your stomach's
Yeah.
got to be completely full by now. Mine is.
That's a lot of berries, man.
I could probably double that up if I was aggressive and do another pound. Yeah.
I don't know. I give it an hour. let our bodies process it. But
Yeah.
that was excellent. That was,
So you had a movement.
yeah.
Like you got it. Like by day 2, that's pretty good. Like I remember when I did it was like 3 days. First time, and mine it was just mash, right?
Yeah. Normally it's like every single day, and I was like, all day yesterday, nothing.
That's your body holding on to everything, right?
It's also, I was just waking up all night drinking water.
Yeah.
Just drinking water just to fill your stomach up with something.
Because we're hustling all day. Like, you don't understand. We're not cooking on a stove. It's not like, okay, we got some, skin it, gut it, put it on the stove, walk away. We got to tend the fire, right? So we're walking around getting wood.
With heat too.
We're setting lines, setting traps all over the place. You guys just see set a trap, but we got to go set the trap. We got to get the bait. We got to cut it up. We got to monitor the lines. It's busy, non-stop. So now I get some sugar. That's good.
I feel good already.
Yeah, man.
Starting to smell like meat.
It does smell like cat.
Yep. Cat. I don't know about all that, man.
Cool. You think it's gonna break apart? Might have chunks in there.
The onion?
Yeah.
It'll break down. It'll just be little bursts of flavor. But gotta get some spoons or forks or something, otherwise we want to have those tails on there so we can fish it out. This is one of the few fruits down here that doesn't actually ferment on the tree because it drops so fast. A lot of the other ones, you get the sugar buzz, and you can actually start getting a bit of a real buzz.
Dude, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't know what to do when you don't have it, but as soon as you got it, your body's like, that's it. Keep doing that. Your hands turn purple because they're so mushy. It's like pure sugar. These are so good. And like, it's totally unsanitary, right? You take these home and wash them and all that. You don't have to. Oh, whole mouthful.
Starting to smell like meat.
It does smell like cat.
Yep. Cat. I don't know about all that, man.
Cool. You think it's gonna break apart? Might have chunks in there.
The onion?
Yeah.
It'll break down. It'll just be little bursts of flavor. But gotta get some spoons or forks or something, otherwise we want to have those tails on there so we can fish it out.
It's pretty fancy.
Some gourmet.
Gourmet. Survival gourmet.
Can't even get that at the restaurant.
You wouldn't want to.
Last time you had a well-cooked civet cat at a restaurant?
It's gotta be some kind of fine dining for that. That's like big bucks, $150 a plate. I don't mind that.
No?
I could eat that better than how we had it last time. Like that's probably the best way I've ever had it. Yeah, the cactus pad's good. I like
Notice that the glaucods are gone.
I like the tanginess of the cactus. Yeah, they are gone.
Oh man.
It's good cat?
Oh man. We've done something good here.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I didn't want to say it.
Well, I know, because
Everybody always says that, and they're wrong.
That's
but this
like
is
chicken. That's like KFC chicken minus the breading.
Yeah.
It's tender.
We're there.
Well, I'm pleasantly surprised by that. That's good. That's actually good. I'm joking. Real good meat. You can see it's nice and tender. Fall off the bone. And that's in the raccoon family. What we're doing after we eat off of here, we're going to collect all the bones. And with the bones are going to end up in our next meal. And you're concerned about being sanitary and all that, curing germs, but we're going to reboil it. And all that marrow, you're right in there, eh?
Yeah.
All that marrow is going to come out of these bones. So we throw these down. Don't leave them out too long. It's interesting. It smelled like
Squirrel?
a squirrel. Yeah, it smelled like a squirrel.
There was a bit of a musk.
Bit of a smell, but it's not like overpowering.
That wasn't unpleasant.
It's not something they would say, "Oh, I don't want to eat that because it smells gross." It smelled like
animal.
Yeah, it had an animal smell, but a clean animal smell.
Yep.
Actually, one of the cleanest animal smells I've ever smelled. Like it's like this is like a domestic animal. It's
the
like
skunk yesterday.
compared
that's
to
like way clean.
compared to yeah.
No parasites.
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything in it. It was a really healthy animal, really clean. So it's walking like a turkey, but it doesn't look like a turkey. Do the turkeys have things coming out the tops of their heads here?
Not really, no.
These ones do.
Out of the nose? A little bump out of the nose?
Dude, if that's a turkey, I've never seen anything like that.
Right there?
All right, man, what we got here?
Luck is what we have.
We got luck. We called out to the universe, we wanted some food, and we got food.
Right?
So this isn't a turkey, is it?
No, we're 4 or 5 days past turkey season, and we came across this, and it's definitely not a turkey.
We were driving out to our spot, and we're in the truck scratching our heads, and I'm zooming in on this thing trying to figure it out because it's got, you know, iridescent up here. It's definitely not a wild turkey.
Walks like a turkey.
Walk like a turkey. It's got feet like a turkey, but it's got this crest and iridescent neck, and so like there's no way that's a turkey. I mean, I'm not from here, so I've never seen your turkeys. They're a little bit different.
Yeah, not that
not that different.
No.
So the story on this is it's an escaped bird.
Yeah, they've gone wild out here. And so they'll travel back and forth over property lines, and built like a turkey, it eats turkey food. They compete with the natural creatures that are out here. So we try and manage them, we take them out. They are an invasive. One thing cool about these that's going to be interesting is down here is the craw. And so this is going to be an indicator of maybe some of the other things that we've missed. We're getting the mulberries, we're getting a few other things. But a lot of times when you get turkeys and birds like this, inside that craw is going to be the raw food that they've been eating. So there might be some berry bushes we're not sure about, or some nuts, or some even chili patine peppers. And so if we know what to look for, it gives a heads up. More food is good.
All right, man, good job. We got the skin on, which is what we want, yeah. We're gonna be a little
flavor in there.
A little bit of fat in there, but not much. But yeah, flavor for sure. That's a pretty lean bird, man.
It's not bad though. You got some heft.
It's got some heft to it, yeah, for sure. But it's definitely still a lean bird. So we're gonna do what we talk about, keeping the gizzard, yeah?
Yeah, the gizzard is one of my favorites. Heart, liver inside of this. You know, we down in the south, we eat these all the time. This is a delicacy.
Yeah. All right, man, what's the plan? We're gonna keep a little bit of the insides here?
Not too much. Gizzards, heart, everything else is pretty soft.
So all you're gonna do is reach in and grab.
Oh yeah, this is a good sized gizzard. This is awesome. Check out the size of that gizzard right there.
So gizzards, that's just muscle, right?
It's muscle, and it's got like a Teflon container, a circle container inside. So the gizzard, it's pretty awesome. You just take it, I'm gonna split it open kind of like a clam.
Oh right, yeah, we did this with the grouse, right?
Yeah.
And it's got usually
Little
full of
pebbles.
stones and stuff,
yeah,
right?
little pebbles. This is the grinder.
The grinder.
Yep.
If we can get the edge of the liner, it'll come right out. Liver, yeah. You want it in the pot?
Oh yeah.
Right below you.
I actually put that on the fire. And here's a heart.
When you get ahead of your calories, you get to take a break. So that ostrich,
This is a toucan.
is cooking up pretty good.
Yeah.
The emerald turkey.
Yeah, yeah, we got some of the new mythological emerald turkey. Yeah, look that up on Google. You'll find something.
If you're not you're just tuning in now, you got to watch this whole series, man. We just finished off a cat.
Not just any cat. The civet. The trash panda's cousin.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
So we no, but seriously, look up the emerald turkey. It's like, it's almost extinct.
Until this morning. Yeah.
There's only one left.
I saw that.
It's two female, but it was the only, they were gonna go extinct anyway. There's only two female left. But listen, we are not fooling around. We're actually very respectful, but we're happy to be full.
We can't keep the name of this thing straight, so we've given up.
So we made a little bit of a mistake when we did this, and we ran out of.
Happy mistake.
Yeah, no, it turned out real good. We ran out of liquid.
That smell. That smells like KFC.
Dude.
Straight up, like original recipe.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that drumstick. Look at that drumstick. That's from a wild crow. Giant wild crow.
The green one.
Emerald giant crow. Look at that. It's like.
Wait until you eat this.
You guys will swear.
That skin.
You swear we cooked this in the oven. We did not cook this in the oven. We accidentally did this.
I didn't accidentally. I'm a professional.
Look at that skin, man.
Exactly what I'm doing.
That's exactly what we need right now. We're stuffed. We're completely stuffed.
I can make room for a little bit.
That's wild. That's a perfect cup, man. Perfect cup. So Bob said it, and I'm going to repeat it because I agree. This is like the best owl I've ever eaten in my life. It's really, that's good, perfect. If we didn't burn the bottom, probably burnt a little bit on the bottom because too much liquid came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a perfectly steamed bird. I never thought we could do it like that. I mean, it was on the fire for a couple hours. But like, look at that meat. We managed to do this on the fire without like screwing it up, not paying attention. It's perfectly moist. There's no butterball.
This is better than butterball, man.
This is wild waterfowl. Catch and cook, wild.
Emerald turkey.
Wild emerald turkey. Cheers, guys. So we got a little bit of division of labor going on. Bob's down there setting fishing lines, and I'm gonna get some berries. And our last meal is gonna be turkey hen, peacock, giant crow. Wow, that totally missed. Keep moving the camera, keep moving the tools, keep moving everything. Get it all in the frame. Handful of berries is a handful of berries. What are you gonna do? Eat them. There's a little bit of a pot, say up to there so far. That, like that. Not bad. You gotta shake this one here. Let's go shake it. Come on, shake it together. Question always in the Wilderness Living Challenge is, are you getting your calories back? Berries taste good, but are you getting your calories back? Come and have a look. What do you guys think? That's about a third, if I'm being completely honest. I think we did the calculation, you'd need 15 kilograms or something like that of blueberries to make a go of it. Berries are all probably the same. These are fairly high sugar content. These might be a little bit less than that, but still need several pounds to make a go just on berries alone. Doesn't mean they're not delicious, and they keep our carbs, sugar levels up, and they keep our brain functioning, which is more important than anything. keep us thinking right and remembering what we're doing, and rather than get big brain fog all the time. You want the emu?
Oh yeah, need a little bit of bald eagle.
Ooh, that's hot.
Everything but the beak.
So we're on point. We're on point today because we got dessert actually and a meal.
Yeah. Is that, what do you think, 3 pounds worth of
You're
berries?
saying 3? Yeah, I guess. So we're gonna get 1.5 pounds each. It's funny, right?
Our stomachs will love that. Got a lot of bird right here, man.
A lot of crow. There's a lot of bones in there. I don't know how much I'm gonna eat, but I can definitely eat the broth. The broth's gonna be fairly rich. So if you don't know what we're eating, this is cat, and this is bird, and that's just berries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a few bird bones in there too.
Yeah, there's some onion in there.
But
wild onion.
that cactus really gives a lime flavored stuff.
I like it because it, you know what it reminds me of? Rabbit stomach.
Yeah. The good old days.
Gopher. It was groundhog.
Yeah.
It's groundhog.
We're gonna do gopher here, man.
Well, we got to get some more variety because we can't just live off of this. This is...
Gopher's good eating. You'll see.
We got to get fish and we got to get turtles. So this is only day 2, but we've been fishing hard, man. We've been fishing hard, and
It's been weird.
It's been a tough go. So this is how you do what you do. You get your broth on the bottom there. That's your cat broth. And then you put your bird in the cat broth. Are you laughing back there? Your bird and your cat, and then they do a little party in there.
Sounds like a really messed up Dr. Seuss book.
So they're having a party in there. The fat from all that bone marrow souping around in there. That's really good. That's like a good gravy.
This is much better than go to sleep on a stomach full of cactuses and mulberries yesterday.
You were hungry yesterday, right? This morning,
Yeah.
you were burning.
Yeah.
Burning.
Need some of those mulberries to get started out with and some meat.
Yeah, Bob went wait for the mulberries to get sugar up. So gathering up wood, there's always a concern here. I learned this real quick. When you pick things up, you usually pick them up with your fingertips. Thankfully, things aren't too heavy. But if you can see that, those are all fire ants. They all bite you. Kind of feels like mosquito times 10 with some poison in there, so they itch for a while. I don't react really badly to them, so thankfully.
Minute 1, see a few red things. We'll have to show you at about 20 hours.
Yeah.
Every one of them's gonna puss up.
Really?
You've got to drain that. Every single bite will puss up.
I don't notice. I've got bit, but I don't notice any puss ups yet.
Just wait.
Just wait?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to do this then. I'm going to show you guys what happens, but they're all over there. So you pick them up, they climb on your hand, and they just start biting. So every time you get wood, there's always a danger. They do clean up everything. You throw a gut pile down here, the next morning it's gone. You do got to be mindful of scorpions is one thing. They can hide in the tree bark underneath the branches, the fire ants, and of course rattlesnakes is the big one. Yeah, hopefully get a warning before I come across one again. We're just finishing up the track check. Last trap, empty. If it sounds like I'm slurring my speech all the time, it's because my mind is not caught up, to what I want to say. It's slow because I got no sugars, but I am trying to get what I need to get out there, let you guys know what's up as far as the situation goes. We can't buy a fish out of here. Can't do it. So we're having a hard time hooking up. Last night we came out, did some night fishing, or just at dusk anyway. And we each had a couple gar on. So this line here is wrapped. Oh, it's gonna give some problem, but it's tight. Tight. 100% wrapped. If we got a fish on there, we definitely been losing bait all the time. Bait all gone every time. So it's Bob's saying it's just a matter of time, which is true. Look at this line, tight. Want to go for a swim?
Yeah.
Tight around the tree. Definitely got dragged.
That's all you, man.
It's me. Yeah. No, not today. Not yet. Still no fish. Losing that catfish really hurts, man. Painful. So how long before things turn around with the fishing department, man?
It's the right kind of day.
Yeah? Sunny like this?
Yep. So when the gar are hitting, pretty much just put up your tack.
That line over there was right tight, eh? Right tight wrapped. The bell was even knocked off, so it was
Something got it. Something was on
100%. For a long time, too.
What you got?
Turtle and a cat.
Need help?
Give me some. Nice little catfish.
Nice little catfish. Start the day out right.
Yeah, it's a good eater size. You want bigger, but that's only about a pound and a half maybe.
He's keeper size, barely. But look at that. A lot of your catfish are real skinny. Look at the meat on that thing.
Well, there's more meat on there than the crawfish we ate yesterday.
Oh, that's not hard. No. But look at that cat.
It's a good catfish, man.
Heck yeah. Another meal.
Another meal.
Come to Texas. You gotta eat some catfish.
What's the easiest way to clean this sucker?
Take the head off and then go up the belly. So we want to get as much skin as possible. All that good meat. Some good meat right there, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some catfish meat, man.
It's definitely a different taste. Change the palate up. We've had several things that taste like chicken so far.
This one was dinging. Nothing right now though.
Give it a tug.
That one's moving over there too. That one's definitely moving. We got two. That one there.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some on this, Bob. Get this one.
Got catfish on the menu. Second one. Throw them over here on the coals here a little bit. And then a red-eared slider.
That's not a bad cat.
Not bad at all. That'll eat.
Wicked.
So, whew. When you're hungry, you hold on to these pretty tight.
Are you hungry?
Oh yeah, for some catfish, different taste, different flavor, good fatty meat. Look at that. Look how much fat he's got on him. That's gonna be excellent. All right, so the cat, pretty easy thing. Each one of these fins has a nasty needle. And
you ever cut those off? Can you cut those off for me?
You can hack them off. Yeah.
You got your vice grips on
No,
it?
welcome to Texas.
Come on, man.
No, dude. It'll help you actually hold on to them because you can lock the plate. This is the big head,
okay.
big piece of bone, and you can grip. Otherwise, there again, there's
another one up there too, right?
Spines everywhere. Yeah.
So what happens? What happens if I get one in my hand?
It starts stinging really bad.
But I'm not gonna die or nothing.
No. It's your
good to know.
body hates it.
I don't go to the hospital.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is take your knife.
Yeah.
Back here you have this bit of bone spur.
Okay.
You cut back there.
Yeah.
And catfish have a lot of meat right here. A lot of people miss that.
Right.
So you cut in, cut up, cut back. You're gonna pull all that meat because all this is just bone, big piece of bone. But every bit of that meat right there, that's what you want. So take the head off, slit the belly, let's pull out some stuff. Maybe we'll get some, I don't know, some eggs or something.
You think my knife's gonna handle it?
You might have to use the big knife for the back of the head. Everybody's got their way of doing this, so I usually don't play around. I'll do all the stuff and then just hit the back of the head with a big, sharp, heavy knife.
Well, can we do that first so it's dead?
Yeah, knock them out.
All right, let's do that.
Absolutely.
I feel better about that.
Yeah.
And I know you guys feel better about that too. Look at the chunk. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a big chunk out of that.
Turtle grabbed him?
Yeah, it looks like a big scratch there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Happens. Wild River.
All right, man. Smash him on the head and then I'll take over.
Sounds good.
I'll do my best anyway. We skinned them last time.
He's out.
Okay. So.
Nope. You grab up there, man.
Okay.
A few nerves left. You want to lock on to that bone. Don't grab behind the bone. Grab the entire bone and lock on. Up underneath is the best way.
Underneath?
The belly. Just bring your hands up under until you get those two spines.
Dude, I'm gonna mess this up so bad.
No, man. Here. Okay. See how I'm doing this? Boom, boom, like that, and grab.
So
my hands are on the actual skull, and it doesn't give it all. But you can't grab back there. He'll just wiggle out.
Okay, well, give me a second.
The other part
I gotta
is put your entire thumb inside the mouth.
I gotta switch hands, right? I gotta have my left.
Yep. Folks are gonna laugh at this, man. But down here we'll get so many catfish. Catfish is just a way of life. to get really good at it. Keep your knife sharp.
Yeah, this knife needs to be sharpened.
It'll give some love here in just a moment.
Too much woodwork.
Yep.
Doesn't like the woodwork. Okay,
especially the type of wood we have out here.
Yeah. No, there's nothing soft about it.
Got any roe in there or anything?
Nope.
Nope. What's in the stomach?
Hardly anything.
Hardly anything. A lot of times we'll pull them up and they'll just be jam-packed full of clams.
Oh, this guy's pretty empty. I'll keep any of this. There's a swim bladder. That's fat, eh?
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah? I gotta try it. The river?
Might as well give it a try. Yeah, back to the river. We take from the river, we give back to the river. It'll be used within the hour. Something will benefit from it. Circle of life.
That's right.
There you go.
Swim bladder. It's really chewy, fatty mess.
There you go. Cracked right off.
Huh, there you go.
There's your cat head.
That's my cat head. I gotta watch this bike still.
Yep. So, let's get that cleaned up. That's a good pound or so of meat.
It's not a bad slab of meat. A few calories in there. Nice fatty meat too, right?
I'm excited about it, yeah. Yeah, I am excited about catfish.
The last time I ate catfish was season 2 of the Wilderness Living Challenge, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like, that was good meat with the adobo.
Yep, I'm gonna show you how to do it Bob style.
All right, man.
Easy, simple.
I'm up for it.
Oh.
It's gonna be on the coals?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Don't even have to take the skin off.
All right, guys, how do those look? Big fat cats. Not a real cat, not like the last time we ate cat. This is catfish right out of the San Antonio River, big slabs. I'm really looking forward to this, the fresh meat. We're gonna throw them right on the coals. So it's primitive style cooking, real easy, real simple. Bob's gonna show me how. Oh, that is hot.
Yep.
Man, you don't realize how hot that is. So this roe, decided not doing it primitively, because if we do it primitively, we're probably gonna lose everything. So we're gonna do it non-primitively. We're gonna boil this. But you know what? That's gonna be the fat that we want. Right there. That's it.
Put it up nice. Catfish is so fishy, man. So most people around here, they corn meal it, fry it up. Well, we deep fry everything down here.
Yeah.
But just fresh catfish, yeah, this is the way to do it. Get that real flavor in there.
Biggie. So these are cactus something or others.
Tuna.
We call them cactus tuna?
Yep.
So they're the flowering head, yeah?
Yeah, it's got all seeds inside of it. They're still forming though.
Right, so we collected these a couple days ago, and I haven't had the stomach to do it anymore, but I think I got to pound some more calories in there. So, you know, basically it's pretty easy to collect. You just put them on a skewer, but you can't touch them because there's the, what do you call them, glochids?
Glochids, just
Glochids?
horrible. Yeah.
Glochids. And they get in your finger. I don't know, I demonstrate this, and they're not so bad. They're not very
tiny hair
pleasant.
thorns.
So, there you go, a little... I'm going to show it up against my shirt there. You can see that little needle there. And it's when you pull them out, they've actually got a little hook or a barb in there. I show it up against my shirt there. That one I didn't put in too far. Sometimes they break off in your finger, which is not very pleasant. So they give you a nice itchy sensation. And if you don't burn these off with a hot flame and toast them, once you eat them, you can actually get them stuck in your tongue. Which sounds worse than it actually is. I've had a few in my tongue, and it's not nice, but they do work themselves out a lot faster than when you have them on the tips of your fingers. So we're gonna throw these guys on the flame a little bit and try to burn them off.
Burn the hate off.
Burn the hate, and you can see them, I don't know if you might be able to see the woody parts just...
They turn red and glow off.
Yeah. So these are the old ones that were on the cactus.
Yeah.
These are what, 1 year old?
Last year's, yeah, never got eaten. So they stay on the plant, and they're not as sweet, but the sugar's there.
So there's still some glochids on there, but they're kind of dried out by now. But if you open it up, it's red. Red on the inside, and the actual seed is in there. And it's a little bit sweeter, but I don't find it super sweet. And you can eat that without cooking it. That's not bad.
Keep you going. Each one's a little different.
And Bob recommended spitting the seeds out, but I won't. Something about eating too many of them?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna eat 4 pounds of those things, they're gonna block you up. But if you can crunch them up, sometimes the seeds will actually mash. Each plant's a little different, man. That's a big piece of meat. Still cooking right there on the grill. Skin and fins off, and then we put the adobo over that beautiful white, that meat right there.
That's gotta be pure fat, man. Why would you can't give that stuff up. You gotta eat that. Look at that crusty business. It's got ash in there and everything. You know ash is good for you, right?
A little bit. Super alkaline, right?
Gonna help with my digestion. All right, man, let's do the eggs first. Yeah?
Eggs are good.
Pile of fat. It's like straight up. It's like well, it's roe. If you ever seen roe, you know what roe looks like. It's like a yellow.
And we hard boiled these pretty much.
Bunch of eggs. Yeah, I mean we should have paid more attention to this. Yeah?
I'm eating the heck out of them, man.
It's good.
It's starting to rain.
I'm gonna show you guys what these look like here.
It's like cornbread with a catfish tang to it.
Does it taste like catfish?
It's got a, maybe I'm just smelling it, but I'll eat it. Not bad.
I gotta get a good proper
Cornbread texture.
proper focus on there. There you go. So it's like I don't know, man. Hard
Grits.
to describe.
It's grits, man.
All right, let's give this a go. I've had fish eggs before. That's really good. It's got the texture of cheese. It's got a buttery flavor to it. Creamy, buttery flavor to it. Tastes like chicken egg. A touch. And it's got a touch of fish flavor. All mixed into one.
You could definitely tell it's catfish. Catfish egg.
But that is full of calories. Absolutely packed full of calories. If we ate that all day, we'd be fine. But it's only a couple bites. That's really good. I recommend the roe. What do you think, Bob? Edible, but not incredible?
Meat's meat.
Meat's meat.
I'll eat it.
Fat's fat. Pound that back. How come we only got 2 catfish? We gotta work harder on the catfish, man.
Yeah, but it's still handfuls of meat.
Oh, it's awesome.
Make yourself sick on this stuff.
I think this is my favorite meat so far, to be honest. It's really good, really good.
I liked that cat at first, that leg. It was good.
You like the cat leg first? That's your best?
And then our emerald turkey leg. The leg was good.
You like that one?
I like the leg, and then this just changes the complete flavor palette. So this is, you could just shovel this in. You know, you're talking about you can only eat so much of certain foods because the flavor just gets to you. Right now I could just take handfuls and just shovel this stuff in. It's that good.
I'm demonstrating that technique.
It's a shoveling technique. Very technical.
You're actually right. Like I would agree with that. You can totally just keep eating this stuff. There's no reason.
Sick.
Until you're sick.
Yeah.
It must have a lot of fat in the meat.
Get that turtle. Pin him down. What kind of turtle? How you doing?
Good. Nothing's happening here. Need your expertise.
Oh yeah? Yeah. I got the bucket. I'm gonna go ahead and take the hook out. You should not try and take the hook out of a soft shell turtle's mouth without getting them around the neck. And so they've got some flexibility there. See if we can't edge this out. There we go. And there's your soft shell. And he's not hurting, guys. He's not dying or anything. The shell is all flexible. Look at that. Spiny soft-shell turtle.
So what's the story on the soft shells? Like they're illegal because they're not from around here. Is that the story, or
no?
They are from around here?
No, they're from around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just another one of those things that you can eat as long as you have the right licenses and permits, and that means he's on the menu. So go ahead and put him in the bucket. Good job. Boom.
So turtle's a turtle, or this guy special?
Soft shell. They're pretty darn common down here. They're fast, long necks. These things can jump out and grab you pretty easy. But most of them just want to steal all your bait off your lines all day. But they taste good. Good dark meat inside. Definitely something everybody ought to give a try to. At least whenever you catch them, feel them. Because there's nothing like a soft shell turtle shell.
You say there's that's the special way. That's how you hold it. You can't hold it by the back, the shell, or nothing like that. No.
If you grip on really well, but they've got some sharp claws up in here.
Oh yeah, you don't want that. It's your hand.
Yeah, they'll mess you up.
And you still can breathe like that, like you're not choking the air supply off.
Nope. You can actually feel the you can feel his pulse through my hands, and I can let up a little bit. His head flares out, so as long as he can't pull his head back through the circle I've made with my hands, we're good.
Right. So it's more just to keep the jaws out of the way.
Oh yeah, because this guy's head, it's like a snake. It can come out here, which means that he can actually bring it backwards and bite me all the way back here.
Yeah. So how do you get the head to come out? Like we use the pliers, right? You had me pull the pliers out. I bit the pliers. I pulled the neck out.
Usually, if you get them to strike onto something like a stick,
right,
they'll pull it out, grab on. Same thing if you're trying to take the hook out. It's just usually why we grab them by the neck. The best way to do that, instead of just fumbling around and hurting the turtle, grab them by the neck, use your pliers, get that hook out, and do with them as you need them to.
So that's going to be a good meal?
Oh yeah, dark meat, it's definitely turtle.
I've never had turtle before, man.
Yeah, you're hitting all the reptiles this time, aren't you? You got rattlesnake, soft shell, still a few more on the list.
Any fish?
No fish. Nothing's even jumping out there.
Lines are all reset though?
Yeah.
Here, dig in. Alright, so what we got here, man?
We have a soft shell turtle, spiny soft shell turtle. Yep. Meal.
It's a meal. We're gonna make turtle soup out of them?
We are.
So tell me more about the soft shell. I want to know everything you know.
So soft shell down here in South Texas, all over the place. Like you see on eBay. Start again, man.
Alright, dude. Soft shell turtle. I want you to tell me what you know about the soft shell.
Oh, this is a spiny soft shell. Real soft, kind of like a ray or skate.
Yeah.
Manta ray. It's just really strange, but they make really good meals. A lot of the Asian countries eat the heck out of these, but they're all over down here in South Texas, and they're a lot easier to actually eat than most people think. So a lot of folks pull them out, kill them, don't do anything with them. Today, he's a meal.
So in Ontario, we've completely lost our snapping turtle season. We can't catch
Snappers.
Turtles, period. So turtles are completely off the menu. Why is it that they're on the menu still here?
It's probably that we're warmer down here, the reptiles, and so they breed really well, they do really well. Reproduction cycle, the river just fills up with turtles. Every few years we have a real population boom, and it's something we have to actually control down here actively.
And how do we catch them?
Online most of the time. Sometimes you accidentally catch them. They'll jump in boats at times, but they're all over the place.
So all we did was use like liver on a hook, and a fishing, or not even fishing line, bank line or paracord or whatever.
Bank line, yeah.
Bank line.
Yeah.
Cast it out like not even 10 feet from the edge, and you can actually see a lot of the times them coming up to the edge.
Yeah.
They'll
put their nose up. You'll see that snorkel nose just stick out of the water.
Right. That's a good identifying feature.
Neck.
Long nose and a long neck.
Yep.
And you showed safe handling technique earlier where you grab
the neck.
The neck.
To take hooks out.
Right.
That's about the only way to do it.
So
unless
you pull the neck out.
Pulling them around. Yeah, this neck's going to extend way out. You can't really see that, guys, but way out here looks like a snake neck coming out. So they've got some range on it. They can bring his head back here and bite me if my hand's right here. So you just want to be safe and smart. He seems pretty chill right now, but if I gave him a target, he'd be all about it. And I actually have a couple scars on my body from soft shells.
Yeah.
So it's one of those few creatures that's actually gotten a hold of me.
Yeah.
And respect to these guys. Be careful with them.
If you're just joining us now, this is part of the Wilderness Living Challenge. We're on day 3. we're catching and cooking everything, and the reason for that is because we're not using any store-bought food, but we're allowed to use any tools necessary. This is my host for season 3, Bob Hansler. He's got his own YouTube channel. You guys got to go check him out. He's gonna have a lot more information about all these things that I don't have time to cover, or the expertise. I'm just getting what you can offer me as far as you know, local knowledge as we go, but you're gonna have a lot more detail, right?
Texas talk. Oh yeah.
Right. So from here on in, it's gonna be a little bit graphic. I do want you to explain to me how we dispatch the animal and how we clean it. Just like a real quick overview. Anybody else you want more detail, you're gonna have to skip over to the uncensored channel and have a peek at what we do next.
Absolutely. Well, these guys, top part, not really handy. As far as dispatching them, as soon as that neck comes out, just like a fish, you'd hit that.
Okay.
Right? As soon as the neck is off, head is off,
Then
no
it's
more
dead.
pain, it's dead.
But it's gonna keep moving?
It's probably gonna keep on moving, so if you touch a foot, they'll lash out and they can scratch you.
Right.
The big thing on these is that when you're handling them, try and handle them where he can't get his foot around there, because they're strong. Leverage is their friend.
Yeah, and I tried to handle this. I tried to handle the animal before, and like the push power this way is pretty intense.
That's
like,
forceful.
surprisingly strong. But that's what the animal does all the time.
Yeah, they're raking through all things. So what you're gonna do, dispatch your turtle. This is plastron, and what we're looking for are the 4 pieces of meat, the 4 corners and the neck, and that's what we'll be cooking up. So you can actually find some soft points. You take the knife in through the side here, cut through this edge, all the way back and around, cut through this edge. Those are 2 really hard points, and we're gonna be just pulling things out, cutting, and removing this plate.
Okay,
And,
I see there's a plate here. Yeah.
There's a plate, yep, and there's just a
tracking right in.
small soft crease on both sides. So a small knife gets in there,
Okay.
and when you do it right, it happens real quick.
So we're gonna pull the neck out, cut the head off.
That's correct.
That's right.
And once you start hitting up against hard stuff, you just need to feel. Put a little pressure in each direction until you can guide it around. Try and go in from the back side.
All right, guys, we're done. We got a good pile of meat there.
Not bad.
Decent pile of meat.
It's 2-3 pounds.
So you got the shell hanging out here.
The top.
Got the bottom hanging out there. So all we're gonna do is you gotta rinse that off a little bit.
Rinse it all up.
Put it in the pot. Yeah. Are we gonna add anything to the turtle? Or just gonna eat it like that?
I think if you've ever gone ahead and tried to pull the skin off, it takes a long time. So I'd say go ahead and take it up to a boil until the skin gets loose. Pull that skin off, and then we'll season it up. Change out the water.
That's turtle soup.
It's a strong meat, but it's definitely worth experiencing.
Turtle soup. See little toes there. And you really save your hate mail, because we're not eating domesticated animals. We're eating, you know, what nature provides for us, and what nature gave us today. What nature gave us today was a turtle. So we're eating the turtle. I like this meat. I don't have any problems with this meat at all. It's really good meat, in fact. You can see every once in a while there's a white or yellow globule. That's the fat. So I would add a little bit of seasoning to it, 100%. We've got lots of different kinds of seasoning. So this was just caught on a hook and line, just like you would a fish. It'd be nice to get another catfish. That's a good eating. Kind of running low on bait. Not having super good amounts of luck with the fishing. Mostly just losing bait constantly. So fishing's one of those things that either goes or it doesn't go. Check these lines here, see if we got anything to eat. These lines are set all the time. We've always got them baited. There's our little land bridge that we made, we use all the time. We got our PVC pipes over here. We got a bell set up. And then all we do is pull them in and see if we got anything. Nope. Nothing on there either. Nothing, no bait, nothing. There's the last line over here. This one looks like it might have been disturbed. You can tell by the line because it's making a left-hand turn instead of going straight out. So we might be wrapped in the log again. I don't know, it is there. Wrapped up again. We might be able to get it out, but it's wrapped up. No, it is over there. Under the log. So that's really been the Achilles heel of this spot and the reason why we're moving, right Bob? We're taking off.
Look at all these trees out here.
Yeah, there's trees, deadfall all along the shore here. And if we catch anything, they just wrap up and that's it. We never see them again. So we are going to try another spot. Got these lines set here with the bells on them. That's all we do. Just sit in the bottom with some big hooks and some liver on there, some real big hooks. All the bait's on here still, that's good. We just find a big chunk of liver that must have dropped. So that'll be good bait. It's all covered with ants and maggots. That's gotta be from yesterday.
Look at that line unstuck.
Yep.
Yeah, probe around with a spear. See if
Wonder if
anything
that
attracts it.
log can be moved. Probably not, eh?
It's in the sand.
Alright, I don't think that's gonna happen. We might lose another hook, we might lose another line. So this is a rig we had up last night. So you tell me what kind of fish is big enough to take a hook that's that size and bend it. Think about that for a second. There's fish in the river that are that big that can bend that hook. We got a bite here. I feel like tugging. Bob said we got to wait a little bit. We both got the line in our hands right now, feeling what the whatever it is doing.
Chewing on it.
This is it. We had to reset the line. We couldn't bust the other line off. So we got a reset. So we got actually 2 sets up here.
All 3 still there? Jeez. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some on this, Bob. Get this one. So that hard shell, that's a red-eared slider.
Yep.
Good eating, but not good for here.
It's not bad eating. It's a little tricky. You got to know what you're doing as far as getting the meat out of there, because these shells are almost unbreakable. But yeah, they're all over the place. Very few things actually get to eat them, but invasive, totally.
Invasive, so you want them out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got limits or anything on that?
No limits on it. Take as many as you want.
So there's a whole trick to this guy?
Oh yeah, so turtle wrangling 101. This is not like the soft shell turtle. This is your hard shell red-eared slider. Okay, so hook's gonna stay in there just to make sure he didn't get away just yet. But the entire shell rock hard. I mean, you can take a hammer to it and it's not gonna break. You're gonna take your fingers up here, and you're gonna grip onto the shell. You can even flip him over, and in that way he can't get to you. But you don't want to have your hands down here because those sharp claws will come back and he'll either scratch you with them, or he can push off with his claws and get out of your hands.
Right, so I don't know if people are seeing, but the feet and the head all retracted.
Mm-hmm. So to get a turtle to take his head out, a lot of times you push him forward through the sand. It's almost a natural reaction. He's not going to do it for me. But he's in there. He's doing all right. And that's a good piece of turtle meat.
So the idea is we're just going to grab the edge so they can't get the feet.
Yep, so he can't pry your fingers off of the shell.
Pull his feet out and whip around on them.
Oh yeah, and these guys are fast. So once they've gotten out of your hands, it's over. They're gone. Oh, it's been amazing.
Some really exotic foods that you can't get, you know, all in one place, all in one restaurant, put it that way.
Not at all, yeah.
Not at all.
A lot of creatures that nobody ever sees because they're nocturnal, and man, we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And weird things come out in the dark.
And the thing is, we're just getting started.
Yeah.
So if you're new to me, you're new to Bob, this is Bob Hanser. We're in Texas, and we're doing it, guys. There's a patch around here where the grasses are. That's all we're doing is collect a bunch of that. So in no time at all, you get a pretty good pile. Bust that up, that's your fire starter. It's been about 3 or 4 hours since I ate last and I'm already hungry. These protein and fats don't last a long time in your belly. You gotta eat constantly to stay up. Just gonna grab a couple of smaller twigs here. You always want to check to see if there's any scorpions too. If you lift up a big log, there's always a good chance you'll find one underneath them. Just gonna grab these. Alright man, so how do you clean that guy up real quick? The Cole's Notes version of it.
Very carefully.
Very carefully?
Once you've dispatched your turtle and you've taken the head off, you're pretty easy to go about it. Now these shells, you can't break them. Even if you take a hammer to them, you're just going to be just bouncing. So what you're going to do is pull out each of the limbs, both legs, both arms, and you're just going to be cutting around, separating that tough turtle skin. And as you do that, you can pull each of them away. Because on turtles, if it moves, it's going to be muscle. There's no muscle inside here, just the legs and the neck.
Little bite-sized pieces. We're going to keep the skin on here?
Yeah, it's tough stuff.
So there's not a lot of meat in other words, right?
Not a lot of meat.
Not a lot of meat to these guys, but it's good. It's really good meat. At least, well, we've had the soft shell, so I shouldn't speak too soon, right?
A little muskier. Yeah, it's a dark meat.
All right, guys. So Bob did a good job on cleaning turtles, and also probably dulling my knife. It's just kind of the nature of. Actually, it's not all that bad. Huh? Still sharp. It's a lot of digging around inside that shell to get at basically the legs. The inside part you can't consume apparently. You know, you're gonna get basically out of 2 turtles, you're gonna get 8 legs, and that's gonna be your turtle soup. Now, to a lot of you people out there, you might think, why are we doing this? Well, this is day 4, no modern foods whatsoever. This is like an SHTF, a post-apocalypse scenario when you don't have any modern foods, but you have some amenities. So the idea is everything's on the menu, Dane. So let's we're gonna put this guy in some water, add a little bit of spice that we have. We're you know, can put some wild onions in there. We may go out and search for some and thicken it up with that. But yeah, I mean, we get what we get. So let's go put this guy on the fire now, see what he tastes like. Going up and down this hill all day long is getting old. Yeah, this is turtle soup. What is it? A red-eared
slider.
Red-eared slider.
Yeah.
It's the kind of turtle you buy in a pet store.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're ready for this, but here we go. Spiceless. How excited are you for this?
I'm ecstatic.
I can tell.
So ready.
Aquarium. Turtle. This is the second time we've had turtle in 4 days.
In 2 days.
It's true.
Yeah. Without spices this time, though.
Without spices. Well, we have...
There we go. Gotta be clean out here.
Hey, look, there's some pockets of fat on top.
I hope that's fat.
It could be anything. We do have the world famous Wadobo spices. Did she just splash my leg?
I did. Sorry, man. Oh, yeah.
That turtle still wants to swim. You want a sprinkling on there? Or do you want to try it?
Are you seeing
You
this?
know, yeah, I'm seeing
Are you
it.
seeing this?
It looks like looks like it's waving to you.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
some, this
did
is
the
some
same-
third world stuff right here,
I
man.
did the same thing. You gotta eat what you can catch, man.
This is what we're at right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Yep.
Oh no, that was close. That almost went in the dirt. That would be worse than what you did.
Yeah.
Cheers, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. little morsel at a time. I don't even care anymore.
It ain't bad.
You thought this guy was gonna taste worse?
He's a little musky, but
I don't even. Doesn't bother me anymore.
no, it's chewy like beef, but nah, dude. I'll eat a turtle, but I don't have to enjoy it.
What's that? My beard. Bugs everywhere, man. The skin, turtle skin's good. I'm a big fan.
Mm-mm.
No?
It's tough stuff, man.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
It's all good.
cut right through it.
So I got a claw here. The hoof. The paw, hoof, hand. You see the toenails here? You can actually just pull them out. There's a little toenail. So you probably want to do that before you start eating, because when you want to swallow that might be not good. So basically all you're getting from that turtle is that piece of meat. You're going to get the skin and all that. So the skin will just peel off. Maybe that's pretty chewy though. You get all the pieces of meat. I would recommend seasoning it. Put some onions in there, that'd be good. But the whole thing's edible, the whole ham. It's all good. Fries throwed up for dinner. Alright, bless up. Would I recommend turtle? If you can make a proper soup out of it, yeah. But like that? Not really. It's not bad, it's not great.
Okay.
This is pretty much a hand-to-mouth existence. Hand to mouth. You tell me if you think you could drink warm turtle soup out of a bag. You could just about see the animal parts now. Skin and hoofs. Let me see how much of this I can eat before I throw it up. Wish I could just eat this. I'm so hungry right now. Huck's tracking something over here.
Chris,
Yeah, what? What is it?
everybody else moved all their hog traps out of here like 2 months ago because since November, no hogs are through here. Everybody removed all their traps and moved them onto other leases. So when the hogs get here, we go after them.
What about Huck? Huck,
Get back.
Huck! Got the gun. We're all set to go, man. We're always stalking a couple pigs, a few pigs.
Oh, like 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Heard them squealing. Came back around. Grabbed the guns. Tried to head them off. These creeks swirl back and forth. So we kind of took a shortcut. We're moving back and through the creek, trying to intercept them. Stop them for a moment. Even as we're hunting, come up underneath a big mulberry tree. So you forage as you go. But it's time to get some pork, man.
It's day 4. We're out for pigs. We gotta catch up to these pigs. We've been tracking them for a long time up here. We cut around and went back around the other side now. I guess the whole trip wasn't for nothing. I did find a shed antler. It's pretty neat. Little buck. Take that back to camp. It's a good digging stick and tool making item. Yeah, we just went on a 3-hour journey. I got to see more of the property, which was nice. Piles of mulberries everywhere. We saw a nice snake swimming in the water. That was kind of cool. I found an antler shed. That was neat from a deer. Ah, geez, what else did we see?
A wolf?
Oh yeah, a little coyote.
No, not little.
No?
Big.
I gotta show you mine. We got bigger than that.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Our coyote are a little bigger than that. Yeah, so it's a good trip, but I have only eaten once, 5, 6 a.m., something like that. 8 a.m. I think. I ate twice this morning actually.
6:40.
Scratch that.
I'm at a bowl for you, 6:40.
But these meals don't last long. Eh? They're like 2-hour shots, and then that's it. You're through. Alright guys, so I turned the camera off and on like 10,000 times. I keep forgetting why I'm turning it on. So I've got some cactus. It's a cactus fruit. It's last year's fruit, so it's turned red and ripe now. When they're on the cactus itself, I've shown this before in earlier videos, you're gonna have to go check it out. But they're green in the first season. Now you can eat the inside of it. I don't really have a good one to show right now. These ones are, this one might be okay. I'll show you the inside of this one here. This one's kind of rotted, but you can peel it back like so, and you can get the right fruit out. I'm not going to eat the rotted part. The seed is actually rotted, but I probably could eat that. There's a red flesh part here. That's edible. The inside flesh is actually turned brown, so it's spoiled. But it tastes like an unripe kiwi. It's hard to convey just how many mulberries are here. They're scattered all over the ground. There's in fact way more on the ground than anybody could possibly eat. And they're scattered all throughout the property. There's a huge boom right now. So that's the crop to be on, is the mulberries. You know, about 3 pounds is about all you can do, but you can put some pounds of mulberries down. I've tried it and I've done it. I think the most I've done in one day is probably, I'm on my 4th day right now. I think I did 4 pounds one day. 4 pounds of mulberries. I have to figure out how many calories are in 4 pounds of mulberries. You guys figure it out. I don't know. This, my friends, is a very big, heavy trap that we've had set up over here for hogs. But since the hogs aren't coming here, we need to haul this way off in the jungle where there aren't really any trails. About 10-15 minute walk up the riverbank under a mulberry bush. So we're gonna ratchet strap him down, whip him over the fences, and drag him all the way up. We'll increase our chances of catching ourselves a hog. Hog a la carte.
Hog a la carte. There we go.
So this goes in the back of the trap, and then once the animal goes in, it hits the back of the foot pedal, and down goes the door, and in goes the animal. The corn's always a special treat. Oh. Something they can't get all year round, unless you get it from a feeder. Started off the day checking lines. We had a turtle on there, so we ate turtle today. This morning we thankfully had a lot of leftover foods, so we were able to eat a pretty good meal at breakfast time, and then since breakfast we really haven't eaten all day. Alright guys, so twilight's setting in. Bob's out there coyote calling, doing a little bit on the video there, and then we're walking around camp, and I actually noticed that we had some of these dynamites that we collected a couple days ago that we've been hanging on to. You know, I'm gonna actually eat these. I don't want to. I don't like them that much because of the glaucids. These are the cactus pods. But I'm drinking that broth like mad, and it's doing absolutely nothing because it's mostly just liquid water. So I'm gonna have to try to filter all that out of me. Filter that the fat that might be collected in the broth out of it. Pee out the rest. Kind of do wish I had my saw here. But I gotta build the fire up, the flame, in order to properly burn the glaucids off. I don't know if you guys can see any of this, but we're still here. I'm just spreading the cactus pods out. I find that if you ever find yourself in a situation with all you got is cactus pods, you make your shish kebabs, and if you don't know how to do that, you got to go back to the start and watch. But if you just spread them out, then the little spines, the glaucids, getting the terminology too now. I'm actually teaching you things. It's amazing what living off the land for 4 days can do to a person. It's like a marshmallow with all the goodness in them. So this is our last possum. This is actually possum number 2 during the whole series. And we were keeping it kind of as a last resort, but it's now first resort because it's all we got. It was one of those things we kept humanely in a trap just in case. So Bob's just cleaning it up now. How you feeling? You gonna eat anything?
Conserving energy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got probably close to a half gallon worth of mulberries that I'm gonna pack away right before I go to bed.
This one's snagged. Oh, got it out. That's lucky. That doesn't usually happen. Not here anyway. It's such a hard time fishing here. There's lots of things to steal your bait. There's lots of things to snag your bait too. That's one tarp. We'll do one more. And then we'll start hitting the branches. That's insane. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like, put your hand there. Like that. That's one hand. Okay. It's a good mound.
Right here. This is what happens. It's called popcorn fungus. This is occurring more and more. So some of these trees have a little bit of fungus on them. That's what happens to the berry. It warps. Can't eat that one.
Garbage.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a few of those. There's some trees that just the whole tree's like that. I try to guess if you pick up the side here. What do you think?
It's over a pound. That's awesome.
At least a pound.
Yeah.
And for not a whole lot of work. I mean, you have to get here and get back out and all that stuff and bring all the tools here. So it's once you have things set up, it's okay. As long as you have the trees.
Set, though. I mean, we can do 5 of these sets probably
absolutely
in an hour or less.
So yeah, just pick these out. Pick out the, and then there's always unripe ones that get rid of those too, for the most part.
I'm gonna go for 2.
2 pounds?
Yeah.
Just pack it in.
Yep.
And we're gonna take out as much as we can. Probably another 5 pounds.
At least.
You think we can do that?
It's gonna be a long
That's gonna be the goal. It's gonna be a long day if we don't get anything else. So I've got my portion. We divided up 50-50. So I made sure we got an even amount. It's not obviously not the whole bucket full here. There's probably a pound, maybe a pound and a half, maybe 2 each of berries. We already ate a pound each. So that's gonna be 3.5 pounds of berries for today. I very much doubt there'll be anything left over. So the idea for me, at least, this is all our food that we have. Actually, no, we have 1 possum left. That's been stored uncooked right now. So that's gonna go fishing with us if this doesn't pan out. I'm gonna stay here till about 3 o'clock. And we'll see what happens. We already know that if we want to net out and if we want to continue the challenge, I know you guys probably want us to go longer than 5 days. I'd love to go longer than 5 days too. The issue is I don't want to starve. I already know I'm losing weight. It's almost the given, just based on the way I feel. I actually feel really good. I just ate those berries, right? So that's a pound, but it's not going to translate into a pound of body mass. It's more or less keeping me the same today. But having no berries really count. But we know we need, if we're going to start doing this long term, that we have to have a big animal. So the pig with the fat on it is really worth pursuing right now. Those small animals just aren't going to cut it. So we're going to sit here quietly. I'm going to eat as much as I humanly possibly can. And we're just listening for any pig sounds down here in the creek. We won't be able to see them come through, but we should hear them unless they come up here in the brush. Last night a little piglet came in, but the trail camera startled it. The infrared on the trail camera started it. A little guy. But that's obviously not alone. So I've moved the trail camera down into the wallow so that if the pigs come back tonight, then they don't get spooked off of the trap. Otherwise it's active hunting, and we prefer not to do active hunting because it takes time. So we'll see what transpires here. I'm really hoping we get a big pig because I'm hungry. I'm really, really hungry. It's not exactly trail food. It's turtle claw. Trail meat. Tastes like aquarium. On it. So I'm doing is taking the rescue soup from that bird. There's still piles of meat left. I can't swallow it. So I'm taking my fork and mashing the broth out and just drinking the broth. The broth I can do. The possum I could do with the skin on as a broth. It was good, and I could actually eat the meat along with it, and that's what fixed me yesterday. But I can't eat this bird meat. It's too dry. So I'm just gonna mash that meat out. Mash the meat. Getting all my beard. I mash this meat out. Alright, you get the idea what it's like to live off the land. It's not very romantic. So I'm looking at this turtle soup now. It's the only thing I got left. Hey, it looks kind of brothy. I just wish I had a spoon. Eating out of a bag. Turtle soup in my mouth with a Ziploc bag. Just gotta watch out for the bones. This is survival for you. That was a long sit. I've been sitting here for 3 hours now. Walked around, ate some mulberries off the ground. Checked down by the river, nothing happened there. A couple birds here and there. Lots of songs singing. I'm about halfway through my bag of turtle soup. It's a real treat. Just keep drinking it when I need it. As soon as I feel hungry, I down a little bit more. That's what my body needs right now. High calorie fat. So that could have been our next meal. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. It's an armadillo hole, I guess, right?
Definitely. He ran in there.
Huck, on a way out from hunting here, ran him back in the hole. Not quick enough though. I never pictured armadillo to be all that fast, to be honest. I always pictured them to just kind of be like, you know.
They're grass torpedoes.
Yeah.
They're out of there, yeah.
So, anyway. In she goes.
Yeah, the only trick you have is being able to grab them by the tail right before they get in there. Get their claws in and be able to dig them out a little bit. Once they've got their entire body, and he's back here. If you put your ear to the ground, you can still hear him digging right now. He gets way on in there, and once they set their claws in, they're no getting them out.
So we could shovel.
You could shovel. The best thing is just to play the waiting game. If you're really hungry, sit here for an hour. They'll pop back out like nothing ever happened. You just grab them.
So could we hang out here in the morning and wait for him to come back? He'll be in the area?
Perhaps, man.
Well, that seems like a little bit of a long shot, but armadillo is on our menu for this this year. Maybe not during the Wilderness Living Challenge, but at some point.
Just keeps on going, Woodbeard. He's got a hobbit hole down there. He keeps going that way. And there's no end in sight.
So Bob just reached his arm all the way down there. Tunnel goes way, 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 way back. So there's no way we're getting that guy out right now. Although we could really use him as a meal. Yeah, we're gonna have to earmark this guy for later. Come back and see if we can't track him down. Maybe use a little bit of different technique on him.
It's an easy meal. Takes a little bit of practice. But most armadillos you can just pounce on. Grab them.
What's left here now is pretty much spoiled. Sorry for all the shadows, guys. We're running out of time. We got to get this stuff done. We're on the clock now. We're losing the sunlight. But that's it for the turtle soup. I ate pretty much that whole bag full of turtle soup, and it was disgusting and warm. It tastes like aquarium. But I have energy. That's the thing. I have some berries in reserve. I didn't eat all the ones that I had saved. I conserved my energy. Nope. What you want to do?
I'm at the point where I have very few choices.
Okay, so listen. Let's just think out loud here.
All right.
We weighed in 5 days ago midnight, something like that, right? If it's exactly, we weighed in the morning.
About 12 hours off from now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, technically no, because we didn't eat after we went to sleep. So
That's correct.
that's correct. So we, technically speaking, we're pretty close to 5 full days because we didn't.
Yeah.
If we weigh out tomorrow AM, we've done
5 and some
5
change.
days plus a sleep.
Correct.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no qualms with you getting some proper food in you, man. You gotta I always had food with me. Every both challenges I did, I always had food stored. I always had food stored because we were in remote places.
Yeah,
We're not remote places, but we can easily access food. If that's what's going to take to get back in the game, that's what we have to look at, right?
It's more of I have a certain allotment per se, an allotment of energy every day. I require a certain amount of sleep every day to build and continue building, and this has been an over allocation. This has been a waste of resources in a lot of ways. If I were to do this, it would be, at least in hindsight, right?
Well, you got
a lot differently.
Always learning, man.
Yeah. So knowing where the catfish are, knowing where the best fishing is, going straight to that, hitting the resources we know that are strongest soon off. We walked a lot of long shots instead of using what we knew what was there. So shoulda.
Well, there's always shouldas. We did shouldas every season. Shouldas.
Yeah.
It's hard to master an environment when the environment's not always the same, right? And when you try to count on it being the best you've ever seen it every time, it doesn't turn out that way, right?
No, doesn't pan out.
It's hard to rely on the resources. Conditions change, as you say, right?
Some do.
We got thrown a curveball with all the snags down here, so that cut into our catfish.
Never had a chance right there with catfish, man.
You're being specific, though.
I am.
We had a chance with food. Otherwise, we wouldn't have put lines there. Let's weigh out. Let's weigh out. I'm good till morning. get you some food, because I need a guide. I can't I can't go without you, man.
I need proper rest is what it is. Proper rest. The big thing where you say that, you know, the pigs aren't moving during the day, nothing's moving during the day, we can't find anything during the day, and then we're still running and killing ourselves during the day. That's what it is. Everything here in nature is bedding down during the day, and it runs in the evenings, the mornings, nighttime, and we're exhausting ourselves every single hour, cooking and gathering and moving and running, instead of doing those optimum times and doing as everything else around here does. Well, this is a different deal from Canada, man. Canada, I imagine y'all run during the day. Every daylight hour is precious to you. Here, dawn and dusk and all night long. Everything during the day is a wasted calorie. You're overtaxing your system with the heat and the sun. So think about what we've put ourselves through, and what we should have done instead of that.
Yeah. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, you just met your first armadillo in the evening. We haven't had a single evening out to find the armadillo. It wasn't 100 yards from our camp, was it? Start to see patterns. Watch the patterns. Follow the patterns. Always learn.
Always learning, man. Do better the next time. I have some berries in reserve. I didn't eat all the ones that I had saved. I conserved my energy, and I'm ready to go on to the next adventure. But Bob, I don't know, man. He's really feeling it right now. My advice, of course, is just get him to eat, but he doesn't want to eat this crappy food. But I've done this already, and of course my advice is like, eat. If you have food, eat. But it's his choice. He's getting back in shape and he's doing it his way, and I can totally respect that. So he's letting his body go into ketosis hard. He's burning his fat reserves, but that's a slow and agonizing and long and torturous process for him to go through. So his body's moving really, really slow, and he's really feeling it right now. So a big thing for him is to maintain a slow, steady pace. His body's going to take over and do the work for him, and it's going to, every once in a while, it's going to give him a shot of energy, but it's going to take him a long time to catabolize his fat stores in his body and turn those into energy. So he's going to go through fits and starts. It seems right now, if I'm finding a pattern, his mornings are fast and his afternoons are just dead slow. And I think he's convinced himself that it's sleep deprivation, but it's not sleep, man. It's calorie deprivation. His muscles are having to consume his body fat for energy, and that's not a fast process. And for me, I'm just pounding down the most disgusting things I can find that we have left. This is like milk now. It's been sitting in 30-degree sun all day long, but I can only eat so much at a time. The rescue soup I had in the pot is inedible. It's completely pure. This fly here. I got so much food in my beard from eating. Yeah, it's geez, I forget what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, that lean protein. You can't eat the lean protein. It's too dry to swallow. Your body doesn't want it. Your body wants calories. So I stuck to the fats of the turtle, and that got me by. The soft shell turtle was good. The stupid flies. There, finally got him. Should just eat that guy just for spite. But yeah, they're all up in my beard because there's food in there. So anyway, we got to go fishing. We got to get something big to finish this off, or we're not going to make it out. We're not going to net out, and that's 100% guarantee. Now, hopefully Bob's made it his way up here. He's slow going. It rained not too long ago upstream, and you can see the results of it. It's all swelled up.
Do some walking on water.
Go all the way down. We can cast all the lines all through here without getting snagged. And I was told by Bob that he said basically when the water levels rise, every single fish, the big fish start moving and they start breaching, they start, hunting actively. So this is pretty much the best conditions we could possibly hope for as far as getting big fish. So this is gonna be interesting, that's for sure. I'm pretty excited to get a nice 7 foot like a dolphin. Jesus, that's crazy. You'd never think there would be big, massive fish in there, and that's kind of a little scary to me. I hope I can live up to the lessons I've received, because I know it's gonna be pretty intense if it matches up to what we've already experienced. All right, man, you gotta tell me about your gear and setup, because I have no clue how to catch a giant fish.
You know what that is right there?
It looks like a deer heart to me.
That's a big old heart, yeah. That's a hog heart. That's what we're gonna be using today.
Nice.
Now the rig, we're using a Gulf rig on the end of 40-pound test line. And so your Gulf rig is braided steel cable, and that's got traditionally circle hooks. We use circle hooks out here in the rivers. It keeps the catfish on real well. Works pretty good. But the idea is get the fish out of the water real quick. This is actually a saltwater rig, even though that rod right here isn't a big one. It's made for 100-pound plus. Same thing with this big ugly stick back here behind me. That's plus 100. That's for sharks. We have 10 throw lines, max of 5 hooks per throw line. And then we have these 2 cast outs, which have, again, 3 hooks on each. So what is the math on that one? 50 plus 6, 56 hooks. And if it's a good day, before we get half of the hooks out there, we'll already be pulling in fish. And in that way, we don't even have to throw out all the rigs. We just keep on pulling in fish, right?
That's the idea. So what's interesting about Texas is you basically take our Canadian laws and you shred them. And then you come up with something brand new like success. So they've got basically some pretty relaxed rules about how many lines you have. In Canada, it's a bonus because we can actually put 2 lines out when we go ice fishing. But when we go fishing in the summer, it's 1 line per person. What do? You're setting a line up every 10 feet, give or take?
About 10 foot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we just had a little bit of a bite, and that's where you need to go ahead and grab your rod and be ready. So even though it might be a 6, 7, 8 plus foot gar, what they'll do is they'll play around with it in their mouth. They'll chew on it, a piece of bait. A lot of times they'll take it upstream, 100, 200, 300 foot, and that's the time that they'll stop. Your line will stop going out, and they'll swallow the line. And that's how the gar hunters will get these guys, as they'll hook them in the stomach or hook them in the throat, because gar's mouths are all bone. And so there's a bit of a trick. Those guys rig up for this stuff all the time. Personally, I hook them in the mouth every once in a while, just try and get lucky. But each gar is different. Sometimes they swallow it whole.
How much time you got once you got one on?
Less than a minute.
You got a minute to land them.
Minute to land them. Even the 3X, 5X hooks, a lot of times those gars, they have a certain swing movement. They'll take your line tight, and then they'll use that huge torque body and just bust a line. And so a hook that 2 pairs of pliers can't sit there with a grown man trying to bend, they'll straighten out or break it, snap it right in half. So, just incredible amounts of power. That's why we got to get them up on land in our world, because we don't stand a chance down there in the water.
Basically the line here is set up into a PVC pipe. The PVC pipe is basically, we hammer that down into the soil, and here it's all sandy on the bank, so the PVC pipe goes down fairly deep. Just cut that PVC pipe on an angle, and when the fish grabs it, it has a little bit of give, and you can throw a bell on that, similar to what we might do for ice fishing. Dude, there's something swimming behind you.
How far?
Oh, just went under. Boat. Across the river midway.
Yeah.
I just saw a set of eyes, that's it.
I'd take catfish.
Yeah?
I'd take catfish over a burger right now, though.
Would you?
I would. Yeah. Does it make you nervous getting in the water?
No. Oh, line.
Oh, God! I got him.
Okay.
All right. Hug a fish.
That guy's not dead yet, guys. You okay?
I haven't eaten any meat in like a day. I'm just gonna hold him. I just need to hold him. Yep. All right.
Okay. You good down there?
I love my gars.
I don't know if you can see what the heck's going on here, but we're hugging a fish.
That's alligator gar. That's a gator gar.
Bob's got its head down here. Let's see, have a look here. Here's our friend. He's gonna be our meal.
What do you think, brother?
Dude, that's a big fish. Watch out, Huck. Move, Huck.
Back, Huck.
Move, Huck. Move. Whew. That was a lot of excitement, and we totally missed everything.
That right there, circle hooks, 300+ pound Catahoula line. Oh, God! I got him.
Okay.
All right. Hug a fish.
That guy's not dead yet, guys. You okay?
I haven't.
Bob hasn't really eaten in a couple of days
I had a
now.
little bit of possum this morning, but that was.
Yeah, he had some leftover possum. Oh.
Go us, man. We are looking at gar sirloin here in just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not over because he's right on the bank here.
We got to get him up,
All
and then we get to process a gar.
right, I'm gonna leave you there because I'm gonna set the camera up back here. But
All right, film what you got to film.
yeah,
But
just
we got to put a rope on him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, damn it! Get the front of him. Yeah.
I got him.
Damn, you kicked my head bad.
I got him.
Yeah, watch that knee of yours, man.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You can we kill him?
Yeah.
How? Through the skull?
Yeah, skull plate, blade. Blade goes with the fish straight down.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got him? I know he's gonna kick me.
You slam straight down through the back of the skull plate.
Can you move your hands up more on him so he doesn't kick? Because if he kicks, I'm gonna get this knife in the leg.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting
Right
behind.
there?
Right there.
Right here in the middle?
Yep. Make sure it doesn't go forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Not gonna work. I'm gonna have to
What did you
stab.
do? Yeah, stab.
Okay.
Watch
Ready?
your hand. Yeah. Nope. Further up. Further up. Yep. Yep. Your blade's gonna break, man. Where's my blade? Okay, we don't have a hammer right here. Beat him in the head. A hammer.
Is it not? Watch, it's gonna move now.
Do not cut the sucker and break. And when he moves, watch out for that blade going back and forth.
That's in his head there.
It's not far enough. He's got a tiny prehistoric brain. That blade makes me nervous, dude.
I know.
Where did she put my blade?
That's all the way in, dude.
No, I won't trust him until he's.
No, I don't believe he's done, but.
Where's that? Where's the big sledge?
Oh, you want the sledge?
Yeah.
I can do that.
How far is that?
Give me some time here, brother.
Okay.
You got him?
Not quite. Here,
Okay.
let me grab the other gill plate.
Here, let me get your sunglasses right.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Hold on. Let me grab the other gill. Okay.
You can sit.
Yep.
You're gonna have to back up a touch. Ready?
Right there. Right. Yeah.
Ready?
Smash him in the head. Yep.
Okay, watch your hands.
That's all I can do. I gotta hold on to him.
2, 3.
Okay.
Again.
Knock him out. You gonna get him
1,
again?
2, 3.
All right. That crushed. Okay. Now you're scaring me. All right. Yep. He's doing the quiver. Good. We're still roping his ass. Okay. So to do rope, all you gotta do is pry open the mouth and put the rope in the teeth.
Okay.
How you like that? How you like that guy, huh? How's he look?
Whew.
You did good on that, man.
Thanks.
You did good. You pulled that line in, man. That is awesome. That was quick work.
We're gonna
Quick
eat.
work.
We're gonna eat, man.
Yep. You need the hell out of the back of my head. It's the time of the moment, man. I was like, bam. I was like, oh, a little concussion. It's been a while.
We gotta watch. Oh, sorry.
Where we at? We're at 4 foot?
Yeah.
Right at?
Yeah, at least. A little bit more?
Yeah.
A little bit more?
You need my pliers?
It's still going.
You
I
see it?
could use the pliers, yeah.
All right. This is getting bad.
Yeah, I don't want to stick my hand in there.
No.
I see why you don't want me to put my hands in there.
Yep.
I get it. All right. Okay, so as long as he doesn't move, hold him tight. He doesn't move because I got my hands all in here.
I got him pinned down. I got his head down. All right. Here's one piece of base.
One hook there.
Oh man, check that out. That's all backstrap.
Okay, I'm gonna let him go so we can get. Okay, you're good. You're out.
I believe we're out, man.
100%.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so easy dead.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna say keep that thing wrapped around your arms.
Yep, he's still going.
Don't.
He's
Yeah.
still going. Whew! That's Texas style fishing. They don't make them big like this at home. This is the size of a pet dog or a dolphin with some crazy teeth. We're eating now. Woo!
We're in it. Hale.
Are you hungry or what, man?
I am starving.
When you're hungry, having a big slab of meat like this means everything in the world, man. This is our sustenance. This is our life for the next couple of days, really. That's a whole lot of meat on that animal. A whole lot of meat.
The adrenaline wearing off yet?
Not yet. I'm still pumped, man. Give you guys a sense of how big this guy is. Let's flip that tail up, man. Look, it goes all the way back. That's half the fish we got, and the other half's hidden back here, man. Look at the teeth on there. Razor sharp.
They call them alligator gar for nothing, man.
So that's an alligator gar, man, finally.
And this is a medium.
Yeah, wild. The power on these things. You had one end.
And you had me on.
I had the other end on the back up. I'm like, holy. I could barely hang on for my life.
Yeah, that took a 300 plus pound Catahoula line, braided line. That's what we use.
Insane,
so
man.
if you don't have the right gear, don't come. But if you get it, you can land alligator gar like this.
Save your life with line and a bunch of hooks. That's it, man.
Those are two giant back straps back here. White meat. And a lot of folks haven't had gator gar. A lot of folks won't eat gator gar. I'll show you what it's all about. Those armor plates.
Let's do this, man. Let's go make a fire and cook this guy up.
Let's eat.
Let's eat, man. It's primal. When you get a big boon animal like this is like the size of a little piglet, man. Like there's as much meat.
That's 3 piglets.
3 piglets.
Yeah.
Like this is insane. We got him wrangled now. I've got the leash on because we can mess around a little bit with the camera, but we cannot afford to lose this guy. We've basically put him out. Knife to the back of the head, plus insurance on that. We use a sludge.
Yep.
He's done.
This is how we do it in Texas.
But as fish go, even after you kill a fish, they can still twitch. So you got to be mindful of that. If you want to keep your food on your dinner plate. That's some hardwood, man. Hardwood. So starting fires in Texas is something I had to learn. Sometimes you get lucky and there's a little bit of dry grass. I asked Bob, should I bring my saw? And he's like, saw is dead weight, man. It's never gonna cut through the stuff we got here. But more than that, it's actually, you don't even need a saw. You just pick up all sorts of dead wood everywhere. What Bob's done is he's pried up from the tail to the front with his big Texas style Bowie knife. And right now he's separated a little bit from the front here. What we want to do is peel this guy open to get the nice, beautiful double back straps on the inside, left and right, you can see. So I can use my knife on the inside just to pull it open. And Bob's doing the heavy lifting with his knife, popping these plates. They're basically like armor. They're insane. Like you were talking about maybe making a shin guard out of these.
So
it's all
right here,
metal.
guys.
It's not metal, but bone.
You see that? Like, no disrespect to the fish, but that's all my force, and that's a 3-pound blade. So these guys are not joking.
They're not messing around.
Could you have gotten this thing done with your blade?
Never. Never. It would have snapped the blade easily.
It's that nuts. So, but once you get inside, it's gonna be worth it here in a bit. Also, things of note, the gar eggs. Now, a lot of folks eat fish eggs. These
Ooh,
are
that's
not
sharp.
edible.
Ouchie.
Yep. These are not edible. Do not eat these. They're not seriously going to kill you, but you're going to be sick for a couple days and wish you hadn't. Now what Woodbeard did just then was he ran his fingers over these scales that have been cut and sliced through, and it feels like a chainsaw blade, and well, with some razor blades in it. I've got a couple abrasions and cuts on my hands that are going to smart tonight, but that's just part of the process. Price for enjoying gar meat. Well, check that out. Here's our first fillet. I guess you'd call it fillet of gar. That's backstrap, and we're looking at 5 pounds solid right there. That's 5 pounds of meat, easy. Beautiful, boneless, and about to be a meal.
All right, guys, we're done. That was a good teamwork, man. Teamwork. The power of your knife combined with the grace and elegance of my knife put meat on the table, man.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
We got this all filleted out. Outside work, inside work. Done.
I got 5 pounds in my hand. How about you?
I got 5 pounds in my hand. Let's go eat.
Let's go pound it down.
Pound it down. It's kind of funny. I'm washing my meat over here and Bob's washing his meat over there.
Wrong kind of bonding.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
It's been a long time since this knife had any amount of sharpening. And we've been through some animals,
To say the least.
to say the least. A heck of a lot of really hot meat. Those slabs are maybe deceiving to you, but that's, if you put that between 2 pieces of bread, that would be like triple or quadruple Big Mac. That's a pile of meat there. And then our second one was Dutch oven, boiled, also with wood oboe. There you go.
Excellent.
We're gonna strap on the feed bag, Billy. Big that piece is. That's a big piece of meat. Look how big that slab is. Huge slab of meat.
I like chicken breast.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's no joke, guys. Wowzers, that's
That's
hot.
only half of it.
And that's a half the fish. The other half's over here. All right, I should try the boiled stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta swallow this first. Yeah, it's easier to chew, a little more hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
I would,
Overall, both of them good. That one looks better though. That's cool. That'd be plated up.
yeah, that looks more appetizing. 100% more appetizing. And this requires obviously a Dutch oven. That one requires a grate. So either way, I mean, you could probably coal that up.
Yeah, we've done this a few times.
This is the grand total of all the things. We ate 1 civet cat, 1 peahen, 1 soft shell turtle, 2 red-eared sliders, 2 catfish, 1 skunk. No, we didn't.
No.
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't eat the skunk. We could have, but we didn't. 1 possum skin on, 1 possum skin off. We ate about 15 to 20 pounds of mulberries. Is that about right?
At least, man.
Each?
At least. Well,
Maybe total.
probably 15 each.
15 each?
Yeah.
About 30 pounds. We ate a rattlesnake. We ate about 20 crawfish.
At least.
At least,
Yeah.
something like that. That's for the animal side. I'm missing something.
I had dewberries
Dewberries,
and cactus.
cactus. I meant a
Yeah.
rattlesnake is the other one I was looking for. We ate, that's right, 10 to 20 cactus petals, 15 to 60
Tuna's the fruit.
tuna. I
Yeah.
always forget that. About 100 wild onions. We ate honey.
We tried.
We tried to eat honey. We didn't
tried,
eat
man.
honey, but we tried to eat honey. So yeah, man, we ate a lot of food. The question is, did we net out? To win the Wilderness Living Challenge, the idea is not to lose any body weight whatsoever, to net in and net out the same. So we've got the scale. We weighed in on day number 1. If you guys haven't watched the series yet, go back and watch from the start, because that's going to tell the whole story. So Bob's going to weigh in right now. Bob weighed in at 157.4, 6.8. So you lost 6.8 pounds.
Yeah, and we just hydrated up too.
Are you feeling it?
Words come slowly. Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
All right. I'm weighing right now 141.8. So 144 even less 141.8 is a difference of 3.2 pounds.
Plus notepad.
Plus the notepad and the pen. All right, guys. So I lost 3.2 pounds. Bob lost 6.8 pounds. What I've been doing is I've been eating all the leftovers, man.
Oh yeah.
So that the possum skin on, I ate probably 90% of that. You ate a little bit of that, but not much. The leftover peahen I devoured. I ate all the broth from that. And then yesterday, while we were out hog hunting, I ate 100% of the soft-shelled turtle. And that was a big bag of soft-shelled turtle. It was nasty. I mean, look at those numbers, right? I'm getting better though. Second season I lost 5.4. Jerry lost 4.2. And this season I lost 3.2. So I've actually come out 1 pound better.
Yeah.
But I'm still losing weight and I still feel it. So the idea is to figure out what that magic balance is of all the calories out here, get them in my body fast enough that I don't lose any weight. So guys, stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed to Bob Hanser, go check him out. And if you haven't watched the series, go back to the start. Even though I've kind of spoiled it for you, you're still going to learn a whole lot, right?
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
We've been through some things.
And Bob's learned a lot too. He's kind of reevaluated how he's looking at his property now and thinking about all the fruit trees he wants to bring on.
There's a lot of work to do.
To have those things ready if there's a problem in the greater world. And that's what we're talking about. And that's why we're out here. So guys, thanks for joining me on the main part of the series. But there's a lot more. I'm still here for 10 more days. So you're going to see a whole lot more coming out. And Bob's going to help me put me on those animals. All right, guys. See you later.
Let's go rig up for some big fish.